Hypocrisy.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Law-splaining the Interwebs. I am your host, Nick Rekieta of Rekieta Law, a small law firm in central Minnesota. How is it going? I feel like I've been gone for a year. I feel like I have been gone forever. Oh my gosh. It was, I am back from Anime Matsuri. That's where I was from Wednesday through Sunday. I got back today. Very short on sleep. I did not get a haircut. I just shaved, trimmed up the beard a little bit. But no, I'm desperately wanting a haircut because woo-hoo-hoo, I am tired of looking like a hobo, which won't be fixed by the haircut, but I'll at least look like a hobo from like a better city, you know, like not a San Francisco hobo, but maybe like a I don't know, what's a good one? Like it's a nice refined hobo, like a good flavor of it. Like a New Orleans hobo or something. But yeah, so anyway, Matsuri is over, and tonight we are having a Matsuri is over party. That's right, Matsuri is over. The SJWs or whatever, they won. They ended it. It took them 4 days of complaining and kvetching on Twitter of trying to make Anime Matsuri into something that it was not. And they finally, after 4 days, they started on Thursday and they really went hard. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And finally on Sunday around 4 p.m., they defeated Anime Matsuri and it ended. And I'm proud of them. I'm proud of them, and we're gonna talk about that. We'll talk about my time there at Matsuri. My voice is going. I've been, it's been 4 days of talking, 4 days of drinks with people in loud places, cigars, which I pretty much only do. I only smoke cigars really at one of these events with people or, at the birth of a child. And so that means I'm not really, that second one isn't happening. But my voice is absolutely ravaged from that. So that's nice. That's nice. I'll show you my ill-gotten gains from Matsuri. Actually bought a bunch of stuff for my kids. I'm not going to show that on stream, but I got some gifts from people. So I'll pull those up and then, I've got some shirts that are coming. I wanted to wear a shirt tonight that said send nudes, but unfortunately they were sold out, and so it has to be shipped to me. But I had a very good time. John and Denise Lee, who run Anime Matsuri, were very gracious hosts, very supportive of, of me, Star Wars Girl, Cecil, Flash. The panel that we did seemed to go well. I found out later that there were 800 seats in that room. So I'm going to have to pull up a picture and show you guys how many people were there. Because, yeah, it was crazy. Crazy to see. Hold on. Where did you... Yellow Flash, why do you use Twitter so much? What is wrong with you? I gotta find it. Seriously, okay, guys, we're gonna have to have an intervention. Where did he post it? I know he posted this thing. Damn it, Flash. Hold on. Where did it go? Wait, did he delete it? Let's see. Don Gamer Guy. Yeah, it's that one. If he deleted it, I'll have to beat him up. This was my one and only hope. I don't know if he actually deleted it. Hold on. I'm going to find this. Oh, there it is. Why didn't that show up on his timeline? What sort of communism? God, I hate Twitter. I hate it. Thanks, I hate it. Anyway, while I'm thinking about it, I'll probably pull it up again later when we talk about it more. But then I got on a mission. I got distracted. So here we go. There's a nice picture. So we've got this room here, and you can see there are some open rows in the back, but the whole thing seats 800 people apparently. That's where it is. So we got Spirit Jr. up here in the front, being himself. So that was nice. But other than that, we had a very good turnout, lots of people, and I think everybody pretty much had a good time. You can watch the panel. It is up on Ministry of Otaku's channel. That's this guy right here with this weird blue hat thing. He was recording it, and he did upload it on his channel, so you guys can go ahead and watch the whole panel there. I mean, he has it all from us walking in, or them walking in, I guess, to through the end of it. We needed a mic for the back rows. We actually needed 2 more mics for the panel, but there was some shortage of mics available. But all right, let's get that off there. Get rid of that picture of Spirit Jr. Oh my goodness. But can I post a link to his channel? I'll post a link direct to the video. How's that? I'll do you one better. Let me find it. I am so tired today. Ministry of Otaku. I actually have it on my community page. I have the link posted there as well. We do have quite a few people who have watched it already. So this is nice. It's helping out Ministry of Otaku's channel. I hope he's got like 6,000 views on it, which is great. And yeah, I was very happy that someone recorded it. I didn't have the equipment or the ability to record that panel. That wasn't anything that I brought with me, or to live stream it. Although the next panel I do, I think I will set up, even if I just set up a phone on a tripod, I'll probably stream it or something, from that. Hopefully someone else would get a better video, but just to make sure, I'm glad there was someone in the audience who actually had a setup to record it. So there's that. What else? What is my hair doing? I have Been traveling all day. All day. So anyway. Let's get there's some early super chats that we need to go ahead and get before I lose track of it. And then I don't know how late we're gonna go tonight because I am, like I said, really tired. I'm not just trying to bitch about that. I'm actually just exhausted. But that being said, I want to make sure we talk about this. We got to talk about ArmzGirl. We got to talk about ArmzGirl and Renfatmus, Renfatmus, or whatever. We got to do that. Unfortunately, they're all so mad. The best part of all this, to me, is there are a bunch of people out there who want they want Matsuri. They want the Matsuri to be a failure so bad that they manufacture it as a failure in their own minds. But let me suggest this. Most of the people I talked to on the vendor side of Matsuri were doing extremely well. Extremely well. Tons of booths were selling out of various merchandise. I know people who had to restock after the first day. They were doing great. I know some people in Artist Alley were doing really, really well too. I know some people in Artist Alley are salty and they didn't do so well. It's interesting when a vendor doesn't do well that they blame the convention. Maybe it was the convention. I don't know. Maybe it was the vendor. Maybe the art wasn't selling because people didn't like the art as much. Not that it was bad. I don't know. I don't even know what tables they were, but maybe if you didn't do so well, it might be that you didn't do so well. That's okay. I think. I don't know. Maybe not. But I know that the vendors that I talked to did quite well. They did quite well. Had a very big show. And that's the point. And here's my ultimate point on that. If you want a sign of how well things are going at a con, you can do a couple things. You can look at attendance. You can try and get some sort of meta reaction from people, like, in the moment. Or you can simply ask how many vendor slots sell for the next year. And I don't know if I'm authorized to release these numbers, but I've heard that approximately 90% of vendor tables have already sold for next year. So, if you are someone who is a vendor who wants to get in on Matsuri of next year, you probably want to go ahead and contact them right away, because their stuff is filling up quick, and the people who go seem to do okay. Now, I don't know the total pricing or anything like that, but again, there were some complaints. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything at all. We're going to talk about the controversy at the con, and I'll tell you what I know about what's going on with it, because it's a convention. There's, I don't know, 40, 50,000 people, something like that. There's going to be some people who aren't happy too, and we're not going to gloss over it. I want to talk about some of that stuff as well. So addressing the Artist Alley stuff. The main complaints that I saw about Artist Alley were, one, that it was kind of empty, which was weird because there were actual booths that were empty that had names on them. So I don't understand what happened there. I don't understand why you would have a booth with a name on it that would be empty. Because it's like, did they not show up? Did they die? Did they get eaten by Houston? I don't know. Did they trip over a less classy hobo or something and fall? I have no idea. But that being said, that was one complaint, is that it was kind of empty. The other complaint, and this one I would say is valid. First, Artist Alley was not down by the exhibit hall, the main exhibit hall. It was up on the 3rd floor. And I think that's actually a decent place for it, in all honesty, because otherwise you're really cramming people in to the main floor area. And I don't know that you need to. That being said, there was a really, really annoying section where there was a concert hall between the upper level sort of walkway and then where the artist hall was, and they made you go like down and around, and that should have been better managed. I don't know what they could have done, but I'm sure there's 100 million things that could be done. So I know that was a problem with getting to with the artist alley. But again, I know a bunch of people up in artist alley still did really well. So the escalator part where you had to go down, go around, go up, I ran into it like 4 times. I was pissed every time. That was very annoying. But I think that's something that is a learning from a new adjustment type thing. I'm guessing that's going to be remedied by next year if they keep Artist Alley in the same place. Some better signage would have definitely helped. It would have definitely helped. But here's the other reality about Artist Alley versus the vendor tables. If I'm not mistaken, Artist Alley tables were 1/3 the price of a vendor table. So there's something to consider there as well. That is, if you want, there's nothing that says an artist can't be down in the vendor floor. Because I know this because I bought art from an artist down on the vendor floor. But there is a difference that's recognized and baked into the price from what I can tell. But I do think there were some problems with managing the artist alley. And I know that there were some issues with panels that got canceled or moved around at the last minutes. I don't know the details of all of those things. I heard there was one panel where someone who was like leading the panel had kind of a breakdown very quickly before it, and it had to be cut and rescheduled. And I think it was ultimately canceled. I don't know. Women be crazy, maybe. Women be... I don't know what happened there. I'm just going off of what I heard. But some of the scheduling stuff, certainly when changes get made on the fly at a big show, that gets annoying, obviously. My panel happens on time. Let me give you a pro tip. Let me give you a pro convention tip. If you go to a Rekieta Law panel, your panel will just occur. Do you know why your panel will occur? Because I don't have mental breakdowns. And I put on my panel. If I'm dead, I'll be up on stage. We'll have a wake. It doesn't matter. You just do it. You do it. That's why, for me, look, I'm silly about a lot of things. But if a convention is having me as a guest to do a panel, guess what? My number one priority is at that convention, above all else, is doing the panel. Like that's, it's like, oh, you're hired to sell t-shirts. That's cool. I'll be over here on the beach. Nope. You just do your panel. So pro tip, if you're ever at a convention and you're looking, and I'm there, and you're looking at the list of panels and you're like, oh God, I don't know what to go to. I can promise you one will be happening. And that's mine. I can make no voucher or warranty or representation about anyone else's panel, but mine will happen. So come see me. Come see me. Did my panel start late? No, we started right on time. I was in there, let's see. I was in there about 20 minutes early with Flash. Cecil and Anna joined us just a little bit after. And then we let people in about 5 minutes before the panel started. Got everybody seated in that 5-minute time, and we got it going. I think I might have actually started at 7:01 or 3:01 as a joke, but we were ready. We did the panel, and we filled the whole hour. The full hour. But yeah, so again, that's part of the reality of conventions. A lot of panels are done by volunteers or people who like signed up for a form on the internet, and then you don't know who they are all the time. You can't vet their reliability. But if I'm doing a panel, it's going to happen. It's going to happen unless someone else cancels it. But that's my thing. So I know there were some schedule changes, but let me do this real quick. I don't know that anybody else is going to say this. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But let me say this. The con happened at the George R. Brown Convention Center in Houston, Texas. George R. Brown Convention Center is huge. It's 2 million square feet. I think 2.2 million square feet, something like that. It's a massive, massive facility. It's like an entire city block long, and city blocks, we're talking like a proper city block. It's a very big building. And there's a thing happening right now with a lot of businesses, and it was happening to the George R. Brown Convention Center as well. They're operating at about half staff, half to 60% staff. And the production company that helps get the big events ready, the rave, the concerts, all that stuff, was also operating at about half staff. And the con had less volunteers than normal. Probably has a lot to do with something called COVID, which has made a bunch of people not want to work. And there's no way around that. So with that in mind, I think they did a magnificent job with the convention. They had some issues. They attempted to manage the issues as best they could while being at basically half of the staff across the whole thing that they would normally have. So that's, and if you've been to a bar or a restaurant in a metro area lately, you know exactly what this is like, because you're seeing open tables because they don't have enough waiters. They don't have enough kitchen staff. You're seeing bartender. Like I was at Papado. Papado's it's one of the Papa's restaurants down in Houston. It's a seafood one. It's good Cajun seafood that you can find all over Houston. And I was at Papado's for dinner one of the nights, and we went up to the bar to get some drinks, and it took absolutely forever to get the drinks. And the bartender was making at all times a minimum of 3 drinks while we were standing there, while directing new employees, while directing the bartender assistant down there, while also processing payments. That dude was working his butt off, and it just didn't matter. They don't have staff. It's crazy, man. I don't get to experience this that much because I live in a small town, right? So we don't really run into the same type of staffing fluctuations that hit when major events happen. It doesn't happen as much because, people out here work because they just do. It's a small town. The fluctuations, they also aren't as big of a deal. There's not as much competition. There isn't as many jobs available. In a small town, you're going to be working food or retail most of the time. That's the overwhelming majority of jobs. And so people do that, and you're relatively well staffed. But I know not everybody is around here, but most of them are okay. But in the metro areas, man, I was not prepared. Every restaurant was kind of a disaster. So it was food or retail. Food or retail. So anyway, that's what it is. Someone says, "Welcome to socialism." That's from Dash Rendar. Yeah, literally, yes. That's what it looks like. I hope you're ready for it, you bigots, you capitalist pig dogs. Get ready for the much better system of nobody wanting to do the work. So, hey, what's up, Tug? Futa Retail, what you been buying? You don't want to know. You don't want to know. We will talk about the hentai degeneracy area in just a minute. Now, what I said I was going to do, I'm going to actually do now, and that's where we're going to read the chats that came in before the show, and then we'll get on with everything. NGE Fan 76 says, had a great time at Matsuri. It was great seeing everybody in person. Yeah, man, thanks for introducing yourself. It was awesome to see you, shake your hand, say hi, all of that good stuff. Andrew War Snowboard says, I missed my connecting flight by minutes because my flight from Houston was delayed. Now I'm stuck in Dallas until 7:35 a.m. I should be home right now. You know where you don't want to ever be stuck? In a freaking airport or an airport hotel because your plane got delayed. What a crock. But there were some nasty storms that blew through. Lady Rackets and I got out just in time. We got out just in time, which was great. Our plane left at, it actually left at 12:15. It was supposed to leave at 11:40. It got delayed a little bit because the plane coming in was late, but we got out right before the storms moved in. Someone actually sent me a video of the storm dumping down rain out the window of the airport in Houston. I was like, oh, man. Oh. But yeah, Tug mentioned it, that I got stuck last time at Matsuri. It was chaos. Yeah, last year, a big storm came through right as Lady Rackets and I were leaving, and we had the last flight of the day because we wanted to make sure and be there for all the stuff. And then the storm came through and canceled that last flight. And so Lady Rackets and I had to sleep on the garbage chairs at George Bush International Airport in Houston for like 6 hours, waiting to get on the next plane in the morning. It was awful. Awful. Zypher Warrior says, always get direct flights. Yeah, I do. I would rather fly somewhere close and drive than take 2 flights if possible. I hate it. That's what I did when I went to visit the Star Trek studio down in Georgia. To get there, you can fly into Jacksonville, Florida, and then just go north like 20 minutes. But there are no direct flights into Jacksonville from Minnesota. You have to stop in like Atlanta or Orlando or somewhere else and then get a connecting flight. And it was cheaper to actually fly to Orlando, rent a car, and drive 3 hours. And it took about the same amount of time as it would have to wait for the next plane, get on it, and fly. So it was nasty. Nasty. I do not like connecting flights. All right, next we've got Mexican Flash says, you said that we were mean to you yesterday, but we learned it from you. We learned it from watching you. You did. You did. Yes. Yes. I found out that I'm a mean person. People think I'm mean. I don't know. I guess. I guess it's a curse. Ryan 1096 says, just wanted to say thanks again for sharing my first official glass of whiskey with me and for teaching me how to sip it properly. It was awesome meeting you, Vic, and everyone. Wanted to see Drex, but you know, these damn kids. Yeah, Drexel has a weird approach to conventions. He shows up for them late and misses like, the first 2 days. And then he goes one day and then he just doesn't go the last one. So that's a weird thing. Cheney Gearhart says, new Lutein video dropped right before the stream started. Lutein, you son of a... I'm going to watch that later. Wolfreak says, glad I got to say hi at Matsuri. According to what Vic was saying at his panel, Matsuri had half the staff, but twice the attendance as 2019. I don't know if the twice the attendance thing is real. I have no idea. I have not gotten attendance numbers or anything, but there were a whole bunch of people, that I can say. And I, for one, spent most I've ever spent at a convention this year. There was a lot of cool stuff to buy. There really was. So I know people got some good stuff, some good goodies. Oh, can I just? Is it this one? This one? I'm trying to pull up my Streamlabs here. There we go. There we go. For reference, just as a reminder, by the way, the Streamlabs does function. However, since it was, it had a glitch, it is now streamlabs.com/Rekieta Media, not Rekieta Law, because of a glitch. So there we go. What's up, Camelot? Hey, thanks, buddy. So yeah. But yeah, I don't know attendance numbers or anything like that. I do know people bought a lot of stuff from a lot of vendors, and they had good vendors there. They did have good stuff to buy. They had tons. I almost bought a PlayStation 2 and Taiko Drum Master. I almost did it, but I couldn't pull the trigger. Hey, Greg, just say it once, buddy. It's okay. You just say it once. Or you say it once like every couple minutes. That would be fine. Let's see. Richard Pierce says, Cecil is love. Cecil is life. Cecil is light. Cecil needs to be a guest on the show. Cecil has been on the show before. He'll definitely be on again. Had a really good time with him. We got to hang around a lot, especially on Sunday, which was great. Well, Saturday and Friday too. Friday night was a long night. I think I left Cecil's room at 4:45 in the morning on Saturday. So, good times. Okay. Let's see. What was yes. All right, let's get to what I bought, because that's very, very important. It's very, very important what I did. Well, I guess I should mention this. The Tea-Man, Dragon's Treasure Tea, was there and bought a bunch of tea from him. But I also got this King How do I get this thing? King Explosion Murder, which is a spicy tea that I need to try. So we bought a whole bunch of tea from him. Hopefully some others did as well. But yeah. So I'm excited for this. It's got green tea and chili pepper in it, lemongrass, apple, coconut, orange, key lime pie, safflower, and some coconut flavor. So we'll see. Probably horrifying. Skipped your super chat? I didn't skip it, Digitalis. I just do the $20 ones first. Did that one come in before the show? I think it might have. I'll read it real quick. He says, ask Mrs. Rackets how much for the pics of you in the Rem cosplay. We're all chipping in. What the hell is the Rem cosplay? What is Rem? I got these drawings from someone named Marisol. She did them back in 2019. I think, but she didn't get to give them to me at the last convention. But she did these drawings for my kids. We got Pikachu. We got another Pikachu. We got these little bunnies, and a like a beer. I like him. He's pretty good. And there was one on the back. There was a little Pokemon there. So that was fun. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Oh, and some of these Digletts. You got to have some Digletts. So that was very nice. My kids will very much like them. I got this from Lady Rackets. She bought this for me. So this is, God, the glare. I'll have to do it. There we go. There we go. So this is a silhouette Cowboy Bebop. You've got Spike there at the bottom. He's kind of hard to see in the shadows here in the lighting, but and then of course the ship up top. So got that one. Got to get a nice frame for that. And I also got this, which is a lenticular, and I'm not sure what to do about it because it's, I mean, guy who gave it to me told me to put it in the shower, which I'm not comfortable with that. I'm very, very uncomfortable with this staring at me in the shower, so that's not going to happen. But it is a signed Vic lenticular. And then I also got from Fenrir Lycros a pen, because he makes pens, and it is it's a Rekieta Law pen. It's very cool. Thank you to Fenrir for that. He made pens for the panelists, so that was nice. It comes in a nice box. So that's my stuff. That's my stuff that I got. Oh wait, I also got so Fenrir Lycros, he wanted to share a shot of whiskey, and so he got me this Texas shot glass with the little man in it, right? Or it's a little pepper with a sombrero, because Trump can't build a wall fast enough. Apparently, we got these illegal peppers coming in wearing their sombreros. But yeah, so we have we share a shot of whiskey. It was good. And then I get the shot glass up to my room, and then I look on it and it says, "For decoration only, do not use as a food item." So I probably got COVID and AIDS at the same time, is what I'm guessing happened there. So that was. Just waiting. Just waiting on the bit rate. Eventually, it's going to be back. I'm patient. I'm patient. Okay, it looks like it's stabilized now. Looks like we're stabilized now. So that's fun. Guess that's going to be on the task later. What? Oh my God, I need a haircut. It's going to be resetting all of the internet stuff tomorrow. Archangel of Life says it was fun meeting you and the Discord crew at Anime Matsuri. Glad to see you got back safe and streaming tonight. Big tip for the chat at conventions: make sure she isn't 14. Look, I've got a better tip. Should I turn on the subs only chat? We'll do that. Should maybe curtail some of the annoying stuff. Oh, you beautiful smart man. You told me to do it and I listened to you and I did it. Listen, YouTube has such a great system that when you do that, it deletes all the super chats from my screen. So now I have to do the other thing. I still have them on my other screen. I have them all still. It's just from a production standpoint, it's in a much less readable format. Super Chat, the Super Chat system used to work perfectly. And YouTube decided, I know what to do. This system works. So let's make it bad. Let's make it bad. So I have all of those. I have all the chats. Nothing that you guys need to do. You don't need to like resend them or anything. I've got them all. It'll just be effing annoying to get them organized later. But that's why I'm the professional or something. Pat Roizen sent in 2 chats that I think I'm combining for the 20 amount here. So he says, Nick, you deal with black people, so I feel like you can provide insight. I mean, a lot of people deal with black people. I heard the didgeridoo for the first time tonight. Can you give any tips on playing it? It sounds like something out of a Prodigy song. No, I did not. I do not know how to play the didgeridoo. So that's kind of interesting. It's an interesting sort of question. I don't know what that means. What does that even mean? Pat Roizen also said, you did not do my other super chat. Well, I did now. It says, this is not for you, but the audience. July 18th, 2021. The aliens are coming. It was predicted over 7 years ago in 2013. Check out r/throwaway on Reddit. It's getting real. So there you go. The aliens are coming apparently in 6 days. Which, hopefully they'll come before I finalize my taxes and just end it all. That would be great. Okay. All right, let's I guess we should do some salt mining on Matsuri. By the way, I did one live stream from Matsuri. Everybody keeps making fun of me for saying Matsuri. That Matsuri fella. Everybody keeps making fun of me for that, so I'm going to keep saying Matsuri from now on. We're going to do some salt mining from that in just a second, but I wanted to let you guys know that I'm going to fight the COVID AIDS with more COVID AIDS. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Where was I going? Oh, to Twitter. Yes, to Twitter. That is, say yes to Twitter. That is where the salt is, and you got to go where the salt is if you want to get a good harvest. I should just cheat and go to Kiwi Farms, but let's do it this way. Twitter.com/ArmzGirl. ArmzGirl is very, very brave and has me has me blocked and everybody I know blocked. So, but she likes to talk about things. And she really likes to talk about Matsuri. She's not a fan of Matsuri. Let's see. We got to get back. This dope is just so sad. Like, I don't know what else to do about it. I'm going to show you. I'm still scrolling down through all this because that's how much she tweets about Matsuri. That's how much she tweets about it. She wasn't there. For one, they were out of the super heavy cargo jets. But for two, she can't afford a ticket. Like, the amount of tweets about this is insanity. How do these people live? We got to find out what really made her mad, though. Almost there, I think. Come on. But see, here's the trick, and this is the most important part. The, like, 12 people. I know you can't see anything. I'm going to get there, and then we're going to start at the bottom. Here we go. Here we go. We'll start right here. It's only appropriate with ArmzGirl to start at the bottom, because that's where she lives forever. So, here we go. This is not where she started her coverage of. I can't do dark mode because I'm not signed in. I have to be out. I have to be signed out for this. I have to be signed out of this. But this is not where she started tweeting about Matsuri. This is just where she ended up tweeting about it. Or no, sorry. This is just where I started looking. Because I don't check in on ArmzGirl. I don't know if people understand this. But this weird thing that exists out in California is not at all interesting in general. Is just not at all interesting. Most of the stuff she tweets about is Vic. Tweets about, still so mad about Vic. They're mad, by the way. They're really mad about this. I should have probably started with this. Vic's line was full the entire time he was at his table. Vic's line existed the entire time he wasn't at his table. So that is something that has them very, very upset. Because his line, and he's not the only one here, his line was full while he was there, and the only time Vic wasn't there were when he had panels. He had one panel every day, and he had, on Sunday, he also had a Super Pass exclusive event, a meet and greet. So those were the only times he wasn't at his table, and during those times, he still had a line of people literally sitting. It's like, he's not going to be here for an hour to 2 hours. Yeah, we know. Sit down. They even, doesn't he eat? No, not till after the show. Not till after the show. They even, I believe, handed out like numbers to meet up with, like, to save your place in line. And there would still be a line when people came back. This is what makes them the most mad. They can't cancel him. And in the same way, they can't cancel Matsuri. They're trying so hard. They hate this convention so much. It's really not very many people. That's the best part. It's not very many people at all, but they hate it so much that they just can't stop it. And they want it to be dead. They want Vic to be dead because these people are garbage. ArmzGirl is a pile of trash, a colossal pile of trash, but still a pile of trash. And it's evident because this is what she does all the time. This is her entire fucking life. And you know it's her entire life because she's trying desperately to raise $250 to buy a couch. Because she's apparently never heard of like a job where you just would get the $250 to buy the couch. All right, Wizardsfirstrule57 says, Nick, kaboom, types 2 with a big chat. Thank you so much. Tina says, I couldn't make it to Matsuri this year. The moment guy can make it next year if you're going again, or maybe some other convention if you go to some other one this year. Okay, let me talk about that real quick. Real quick. I don't know about any other conventions this year. Hey, I'm open. I'm open. We filled a panel hall with somewhere north of 600 people. That's a pretty good turnout for a convention panel, I think. So I am open. If conventions out there want to talk to me, I am happy to talk to you about coming to your show. That being said, I don't know. As for next year at Matsuri, I don't have anything confirmed. But I have an idea that it's possible that they like people who can bring hundreds of people into a panel hall. I have an idea that that might be the case, and it's very possible I may be going next year. If I get confirmation of that, you'll know when I know. But for now, I'm just going to say I am brainstorming. I am brainstorming on how to do something maybe a little controversial at a panel. Maybe something a little bit outlandish. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But we're going to make it fun. And maybe I'll do 2 panels just to ruin someone's day twice. Maybe we'll do that. So anyway, but yeah, I would love to be, if they'll have me back, I will be there. Absolutely. Okay. Let's get into the salt. A friend alerted me to this. Look at this. How fucking embarrassing. She's retweeting herself? Why do you retweet yourself? Why is that a thing that you're doing? What is that? A friend just alerted me to this. I am wheezing. A reminder that Anime Matsuri does not care one single iota about you, your safety, and they never have. What is me having a panel discussion? By the way, the dummy has it set on Pacific time still, not the actual time that the panel occurred in the convention. But anyway, what does me doing a panel have to do with anyone's safety? I'm the safest motherfucker on the planet. What am I going to do? It's such a weird, but this is how they talk. This is how they live. They live in this world where everything and everyone is somehow damaging to them because they're fragile, weak, pathetic people. But yeah, she's very mad. This thing got some good traction for her. Oh, she has a thread on it. She has a thread on it. I want to open it in a new. Goddamn. And man, if you thought that was bad, you have to see this. Now, this is where ArmzGirl propagates an absolutely fake email. Absolutely fake email. It's the most obviously fake thing I've seen ever. Ever. Anime Matsuri first porn experience. So, ArmzGirl, let's get this out on the record. ArmzGirl, in this thread, is propagating bullying of a woman. ArmzGirl is encouraging the bullying of a woman by a horde of angry people online. This is what she does. She is forwarding a false story about Keiho Sabuya, a big Twitch streamer, a former adult film actress who is now a safe for work, from what I hear, Twitch streamer. I'm not familiar with her, but if you're on Twitch, you have to be safe for work. Someone is trying to bully and harm Keiho Sabuya's reputation and also Anime Matsuri's reputation. And because ArmzGirl is so fat and fucking stupid, She is propagating a false rumor for the purposes of harming a woman who has nothing to do with any of it. And there's some people who think that that she wasn't like, that she was, oh, she's acknowledging that it's fake. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at how she words this. Jacob claims it's fake, but if it isn't, and it appears that at least a handful of Anime Matsuri guests received this email, whether real or not, it implicates the AV idol, her managers, the Anime Matsuri chairs, and the hosts of the car show in soliciting prostitution, a crime in Texas. I mean, if it's not a fake, I mean, just if, then it implicates him in committing a bunch of crimes. It's obviously a fake. It's obviously a fake. But let's not let her mitigation go unchecked here. So what's shitty is this very likely could have been internal sabotage, since they have a whole list of guests and vendors that this went out to. What's also shitty is the con has so many problems for almost 15 years that it's such an easy thing to believe. No, it's actually not easy at all. Fake Yuri sent the email. That's your first clue. Fake Yuri. Your second clue is July 13th is Tuesday, and the con ended yesterday. Buy a calendar, you stupid whale. You dumb pile of trash. Out here propagating bullying, again, against Keiko Shibuya. Or Keiko Shibuya, whatever her name is. Miss Shibuya, that's what we'll call her. Propagating bullying against a woman for no reason other than irrational hate and stupidity. Oh, it says Fuke Yuri. Oh, well, okay. It's fake in Japanese. That's what Fuke means. Either way, this, one, the date. Two, the obvious ludicrousness of the thing in general. Look, I can't read Japanese moon runes. You know that. The problem is I know this convention and I legitimately could find myself believing it to be true. Remember, she doesn't mean it, right? It's not an event. It looks like it's intended solely for the guests attached to the email list. Yes, there you go. That's what it is. That's what it is. What the actual fuck? This is a purported lawyer. This is that fucking fat dummy. These people are the stupidest people on earth. Very clearly not real. Please, I don't understand the thing about not paying for the vaccination. It's already free. So is that a mistranslation? Or is the email just complete BS? Could be either of those. Or it could be she doesn't understand what the cost of a vaccine is. Or it's fake. There's no or. It's just fake. It's just fake. Look at this. Believe me, I legitimately hope she has nothing to do with this. Thing is, I would wholly believe that somebody else inside Anime Matsuri would try to pull off such a stunt. What, would try to coerce her into prostitution? You legitimately believe that? You dumb, dumb person. The management team is aware, and like I said, he said it's fake. But the truth is that somebody with the whole email list of guests/vendors for Anime Matsuri really did send it. Why? I have no idea. She doesn't actually know that this went to every guest. She has no idea. Again, just making it up. Making it up. Making everything up. All right. Anyway, back to this. So here she goes. Notice the retweeting of herself. What is this? What is the retweeting of herself? Oh, by the way, guys, I want to point out something. If you are on Twitter and you're not following my Rekieta Media account, my Rekieta Law account got nuked. So, unfortunately, my Rekieta Media, which is a separate legal entity, my Rekieta Media account has had to take over show announcements. That's how it goes. That Rekieta Media account is at 18.6K followers. 18.6K followers. So after absolutely destroying her follower count before, I now have the opportunity to destroy it again. So if you are on Twitter, go ahead and follow me on Twitter. Go ahead. I can't wait for the day that I pass her again. She has been doing this for 10 years, and I will lap her twice on Twitter. That's her wheelhouse. She's clearly unentertaining, right? Like, so her Twitch and her YouTube are absolute dead. They're more dead than John Bobbitt's dead penis. Like, they are absolute dearths of entertainment and views and anything because no one can stand to listen to her. She's not entertaining. So Twitter is the only place that she gains traction. And I would love to blow her out on Twitter subs for the second time. Screaming Dizbuster says they reattach that penis man. Look, when a dick dies, its soul leaves. Its soul leaves and goes straight to Valhalla. That is a dead, soulless penis, and you know it. So anyway, just want to point that out. It's a bummer that none of the things you need to know about it is that it's hosted by a sexual predator who invited another sexual predator as a guest. If I didn't know that info, I'd feel like that was something I'd need to know before deciding to go. They really, really, really look at how she operates. Is this reportable? This seems potentially reportable. Signal flare. This is how she lives. Good job, everybody. Hashtag AnimeTube. Okay, great. Who cares? George's defenses. I don't know what this is. I don't care. Notice what happens here. When she talks about Matsuri or Vic or me, she gets traction. Everything else, womp, 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 womp. Where's her tweets again? For posterity, womp. Here we go. This one didn't get anything either. Surely by now, the mayor and the grand consul general are aware that Denise has defended her husband's repeated sexual harassment. Let me talk about that real quick. So if you're not aware, John and Denise Lee are the owners of Matsuri, and John had a fake Me Too allegation a while back. And Denise demanded the thing that is anathema to every Me Too allegation. She asked for proof. Show me the proof. For that, she was called hateful and shielding and all this stuff. Just show me the proof. And she says in the messages, which are out there, clipped, of course. Conversation's kind of cropped out. I don't know why. But why would someone want to crop it out? But she says, I'm not willing to just take a random person's claim about my husband over my husband without some real proof there. Shocking, I know. But these people don't understand. They don't understand how relationships work because they don't trust them. By the way, ArmzGirl's husband, buddy, throwing you a lifeline here. This person is dangerous. This person is dangerous to you. Because according to her, There is no level of trust between a husband and wife that supersedes a random person making an accusation. And that is the saddest, scariest existence for any man ever. I mean, thank God he's got nothing to take. Thank God he's got nothing to take. Because if he did, well, it'd already be taken. But that's the level of relationship that these people understand. You won't take the word of a stranger over the word of your spouse without evidence. That's the way that relationships are supposed to work. You don't even have to go all the way to spouse. Literally just friends. If someone has an accusation against my friend, guess what? I'm going to say, you know what? Without some kind of proof, some kind of evidence to back this up, I'm just, for now at least, going to take my friend's side on this. Maybe she's afraid of the divorce because in the divorce, he would get half of her arms, which would be terrifying. Okay, let me see some super chats here. We've got Napalm Sticks to Kids says they hate him so much. This is Vic. That they went after Keiho Shibuya. Shibuya? I seriously have no idea how to say her name. For attending, and she broke down on Twitch. Japanese aren't used to this cancel culture. That is so sad. I would love, I don't know if any of you guys are like Keiho Simps or whatever. I kid. If you guys are fans, have any contact with her. I don't know her from Adam. I didn't get to meet her at the con because she was very busy and, you know, it's not really my thing. But I would love to talk to her on the channel about what she had to deal with. I think it's just insane. Marty Lund. What's up, Marty? Says, just touched down 4 hours late. Why are you such a travel jinx, Nikki? Well, that's the grift. Poor Andrew War Snowboard is stuck in Dallas too. You even grift people's travel luck, Nikki. I have to absorb the luck from you two and channel it into myself so I didn't miss my flight. But yeah, if anybody has a line to her, I would and would, you know, if they do, put in a word for me. I'd love to talk to her. I'll DM her, but I don't know that I'll get through. But yeah, she still did her stuff in light of this. And that was the first email. There was a subsequent email, which was awful. I can't even show it. I can't show the full content of the email because it included 2 of her videos from her adult film days. But again, and I'm sure ArmzGirl believed that email was real too. The problem is, of course, is that the video of her, the adult video, was someone recording a phone screen with like a separate camera. And I know that Keiho probably doesn't have access to her own videos, but so it makes sense that she would record her own videos with a separate camera recording a phone screen to put into an email rather than just putting them in normally. But again, I would not put it past ArmzGirl to take it as fact because she is a hateful monster. Let's see. Victor Phantasm says, Nick, take it from a Korean trash furry, not weebs. If you're going to pronounce a name in Japanese, you have to tense up like you're unloading a cinder block into the porcelain god while speaking. Wish I could have met next time. Wait, were you one of the furries walking around? Because if you were, I definitely told Hans to get the flamer. Okay. Quick Strike says, Shibuya Keiho cosplayed as Uzaki-chan. Uzaki-chan's voice actress is Monica Rial in the English dub. Keiho also won a libel lawsuit where the guy had to admit he made up lies about her. ArmzGirl is playing with fire. Well, what she needs to burn is calories. Paul Durfee says, did you play the video about the furry accusing the Matsuri con owner? Matsuri! No, I'm not even aware of that video. So here we go. As well. Oh, there it is. I made it into this one too. As well as hosting alt-right panelists. This bitch doesn't know what alt-right is. And it's hilarious. It's hilarious. Apparently, I epitomize the alt-right by being the literal worst at being the alt-right ever. Oh God, it's good. Oh God, it's good. So here's why she's mad. Here's the mayor. And here is Denise. The mayor shows up to open Matsuri in cosplay. That's why I think they're barking up the wrong tree. Oh, Paul Durfee, can you DM it to me on Twitter or email it to me so I can pull it up? Why are you coming at me sideways? Listen, they're just trying to match your girth with their height. Why? Why do you do this to yourself? Why are you coming at me sideways? Well, because I'm taller than you, but you're wider than I am tall. Oh my gosh. I attended the first several years of Anime Matsuri. I'm aware of the shit the gothic Lolita community went through. First of all, the gothic Lolita community is your first hint. Just the name gothic Lolita community is your first hint that there are dubious claims involved. My friends were cosplay staff members, all got screwed over in various ways. A bajillion people didn't get paid or were coerced. Man, it's amazing they were able to succeed through all this. So here we go. Here's a thread of me saying I didn't like Anime Matsuri prior to 2019. This is all July 9th. We're still in the first day. We're still in the first day. My blog doesn't exist anymore. She had a blog about Anime Matsuri. When I say that this is what they do, like, this is all that they do. This is it. This is all that they do. They latch on to something and then try to hate fuck it out of existence. It's all that they do. The Lees have always been some kind of shitty. Except that they're not. Renfatmus is here. Oh, I passed her in subs again a long time ago. Annual reminder that Anime Matsuri is trash, and so is everyone who attends it. That's a lot more people than you. She still outweighs them. Let's see. This is something else. Annie Lockdown Con is back and extremely online. Hey, show of hands in the chat. 1 if you love it, 2 if you hate it. Virtual conventions. 1 if you love it, 2 if you hate it. Do we got some love for virtual conventions? Oh, there is a 1. There's a 1. I see like 4 1s so far. It's making up on the 1,000 2s that are coming in. Okay, there we go. So they're so mad. They're so mad about Matsuri. It's so great. Anime Matsuri from is kick-ass if you're into anime and waiting in hour-long lines after you pay $150 for passes. Yeah, yes, there's a lot of people there. You may have to wait in an hour-long line if you want to go see Vic, if you want to see Keiho. But you could go right up to the Godzilla cast. They had much shorter lines. Very cool people. By the way, TJ Storm does not remember me, but I met him in 2019 when his plane got delayed. Very, very nice guy. He is the motion cap actor for Godzilla in Godzilla 2016, and I think in the recent Kong versus Godzilla. He is also, if you want to see a movie that he acts in rather than just his mocap for, Punisher Warzone. There's a parkour gang in Punisher Warzone. The one guy gets blown up with the rocket while he's mid-side flip. Just that was great. He's the leader. He's got the dreadlocks and who is it? Ray Stevenson. Ray Stevenson throws him onto a picket fence, which impales him, and then he jumps down and breaks his neck with his feet right before he bleeds out. But yeah, he's a dreadlock guy. That's the guy who does the motion cap for Godzilla. He was there in 2019. He was there today or this year. He's a nice guy, very nice guy, very outgoing, very personable, really cool guy. If you get a chance to meet him, I would strongly suggest doing it. They had the little girl from the Godzilla movie. I haven't seen it. I think they had some one of the other mocap things. They had Morgan Berry, who I believe is a Funimation voice actress, or at least used to be. Morgan Berry was there. There were some other guests. I don't really do guests lines because not my thing. Other people can. That's great. I don't. So I don't like. It's not like I went up to meet any of these people. But you know, there are plenty of lines that are there that are not, you know, an hour long. VIX is an hour long. If you want to go to an event, you might get there early and stand in line for an hour because you want a spot at the front of the event. That's a real thing. That's a choice that you make, right? You could go to the event when it's about to start and stand in the back of the line and get a worse seat. But you know, that's up to you. First time today. Listen, okay, wait. I didn't even pay attention to the beautiful irony of this tweet. Okay? Here we go. The whole premise of ArmzGirl is that Anime Matsuri is a dying disaster of a convention, right? ArmzGirl, Renfatmus, these other people, what they do is they post photos from the beginning of the show, like when before general admission is in, they try to say it's empty. They did this in 2019. They take pictures of a line when people are just getting there. So they say, oh, look at this. There's no one showing up for whatever. They try to misrepresent this convention as dying over and over and over. But there it is. For 15 years straight. This is straight from ArmzGirl. Hour-long lines for 15 years. Because the attendance is just so damn high. Whoops. Oh, man. For 15 years straight, there's been so many people going to this con that's dead and dying and no one goes that there's hour-long lines. Oh, my gosh. Pajori says you could probably reach Keho through Nux. I don't know if he has direct contact, but I know some of the crowd he streams with do. I got to reach out to him. I want to talk to him if I can about his situation. If you guys have not heard, Nuxtaku, a YouTuber, I had him on the show one time. Really nice guy. Also, screw you, Nux, for you ruining my chat. That was great. Thank you. With woke is good. But Nux, very, very nice guy, very great YouTuber, is going through a nasty situation. He finally talked about it. Basically, Google is sitting on literally $1 million of money that his channel has earned, and they have never paid him out. But he has to still pay taxes on those dollars. because of a snafu with how his AdSense was set up. And if you don't think that is a crime, first of all, you can check out the Nuxtaku video. I'm going to probably do a summary of it with the legal issues involved. It's a really complicated thing, but yeah, my understanding is it's fixed now. Well, I guess he finally made a video, but I'll probably still do an update. I haven't had time to read up on it. I just saw the one thing, but either way, 4 years, $1 million, they just held. So hopefully it is fixed for him. Can you imagine? You just got $1 million sitting in a bank account basically that you can't touch because you call the bank and they say, nah. Holy shit. But I'll try and do some research, get the full scoop on it, and put together a summary of what happened and where the status is, because that's a crime to me. That's a crime to me. Crows of Judgment says, Anime Matsuri was just fun going to hang out with friends and go to panels. Was amazing meeting you and everyone as well. Can't wait for 2022. Hey, what's up, Crows? How's it going, man? I'm glad you had a good time. Pretty much everybody I talked to was having, for the most part, a good time. Again, there's some parts that kind of happen at conventions where some things didn't go the way people wanted them to and kind of messes with the experience. How did he ruin the chat? I went to the bathroom while he was on, and when I came back to the chat just spamming woke is good. That's why. But he's great. He's great. Ew. So here's one of those things I was talking about. Anime Matsuri is such a shit show. That fashion show they had was pushed back, and then so many of us were waiting for over 2 hours just to have the staff not know how to crowd control and let a bunch of people cut. I believe that ended up getting canceled. And again, maybe talk to the panelists who couldn't make it happen. Vic stands. We'll go wherever Vic goes, no matter how terrible it is or how miserable it makes us. Yeah, people like Vic. Again, why do they hate Vic? Because they couldn't kill him. They couldn't do it. Let's see. Wait, this is the 14th year this con is operated and it still runs like a first year? I thought it was 15 years. Where are the facts? A nonstop roller coaster ride of disappointment. Notice what she's doing, right? She's commenting a lot about Matsuri. She's not there. She's not there. She has no idea. She's going off of like random comments of one person at a time who was annoyed at something. And she's like, oh, it's the worst con ever. No idea. Okay, so here's Renfatmus retweeting the conversation between Denise Lee and an underage girl her husband molested. Guess what this is? Fake. Paul, did you send it to my email or Twitter? Anyway, look. So what I'm going to do now is I'm tired of going through her individual tweets. We're just going to start scrolling up. Most of this is about Matsuri. That's a lot of tweets in 4 days. That's a lot of tweets in 4 days. That's just her main tweets. That's not her replies. That's not her replies. That's her main tweets. And she wasn't even there. No, she's in California. Here we go. Oh, I got to change this. I want to show you one more thing. One more thing about this. We're going to get into this. Here we go. Oh, wait. Oh, he blocked me. Oh, no. Let's see. Oh, he disappeared. He disappeared entirely. What happened? It's not even blocked. It's just gone. All right. Well, we're going to have to get into what happened here. Let's see. I was retweeting some people's experiences with Matsuri. Let's see. Oh, people are so salty about this. Let's see what Vic has to say. Okay, hold on. I gotta just change the audio out here.
Make a difference. There are so many good people like you out there. Millions and millions of good-hearted people. You get along with everybody. And it's just this tiny little group of people that cause so much trouble.
Okay, so he's saying there are millions and millions of people out there and you get along with everybody, but there's just a tiny, tiny group of people who cause so much trouble.
They make you even think that there are a lot more of them because they make so much noise. You guys remember that Bible story? I don't know if you remember. It's Sunday, so we're going to test you. Do you remember the Bible story of a guy named Gideon? Here's the quick story. I'm going to give you the pop culture version. So God tells Gideon he wants him to go and attack the enemies. I can't. Ammonites, Midianites, I don't remember. Maybe Midianites, actually. Okay, so he's supposed to go and attack them. And Gideon's like, well, how do I raise an army? So God takes him through all of these different steps to trim down his army to 300 guys, right? And Gideon's like, whoa, Lord, there are like 10,000 Midianites over there. There are 300 of us. But you know what happened? God told him, okay, give everybody like a trumpet and a lantern. And then you spread them out in a certain way at night. And on the signal, they all start blowing their horns and the lights. And it terrifies the Midianites because it seems like there are so many more of them. And they won the battle. And I remember somebody saying it was because back then, for every trumpet, there was like 1,000 guys. You know what I mean? Like that would lead that group. So if you have 300 trumpets in the dark, you know what I mean? You know your enemy's out there. You're like, oh my gosh, we're surrounded. We're never gonna, you know. And they got the victory. Same thing here. There are so many good people out there, and the negative people, they're not a lot of them. They just make more noise than anyone. So they get all the attention.
Nailed it. I'm not even going to let him finish that last 4 seconds because that's it. This small group of people makes a massive amount of noise so they get the attention. That's the whole thing. He nails it. He nails it. He's not just talking about him here, by the way. He's talking about the internet in general, how Twitter operates, how companies are bowing to this. Actually, the great sage at my panel, the great sage Cecil said the same thing, but he summarized the Bible story like this. He said, hello. Hold on. On Twitter, it's like 30 people, but they make it seem like there's 30 fucking thousand of them. Right? That was the Cecil version of the same Bible story. Right? Is that it's a tiny, tiny group at the end of the day. When you talk about Matsuri, whatever their numbers, probably going to be 40 to 50,000 people there over the course of the 3 days. Not sure what the tally is. Doesn't matter. Let's be brutal and say it's 30,000. That it was significantly lower than last year's attendance. We'll even go 30,000. 30 people versus 30,000 is a 1 to 1,000 ratio. And I don't think there's actually 30 of them. I mean, ArmzGirl and Renfatmus weigh as much as at least 17, 18 people, but I don't know if there's actually 30 of them. But still, that's 1,000 to 1. That's what these cons need to understand. They need to start recognizing the amount of negative pushback you get. First of all, those people aren't going to your con anyway. ArmzGirl can't be forklifted out of her house. And if she could, she couldn't afford the ticket. She's not going to your con. She's not going. I mean, well, unless she uses her completely fictitious GoFundMe like she did, right? When she raised $4,000 for legal fees. The GoFundMe that's still up, even though the legal fees are long, long done. The legal fees that I think never happened in the first place, but maybe they did. And then she shockingly was able to suddenly buy a new computer and attend cons. So unless she does that, she still has that GoFundMe up, by the way. It's a complete sham. It's obviously fraudulent, but, you know, what do you do? What do you do? Unless she does that, she can't afford to go to your con anyway. And neither can most of these people. This is why they're on Twitter so much. They're not out there being productive. So that being said, cons. One, they're not going. But let's go with the premise that every one of them is going. That's 30 tickets. If you bring Vic to a con, you're going to bring 300 to 1,000 people who would otherwise not attend the con. They will show up. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But he's got it though. Just fishing for attention. ArmzGirl's attention comes from attacking someone like Vic or attacking something like Anime Matsuri. That's all she does. She aggregates someone else's anger and attacking something. Most creators don't actually do this. They blame me for doing this. Is the weird thing. They blame me for doing this. I'm like, I don't want to talk about these people. I don't want to talk about ArmzGirl. Really try not to in general, unless she does something stupid, which involves me. She was tweeting about me going to Anime Matsuri before I even mentioned her. That's her deal. Okay, fine. Certainly going to respond. But they aggregate hate. They aggregate hate around an event. And then they pull people who hate that event in. They're like, yeah, allies. I too have made my life into hating Anime Matsuri or whatever. I guess it can't translate into productivity. But when they talk about that stuff, because they're grabbing other people with this common interest, then they get more interaction, and then they feed and feed and feed on it. And I've seen it firsthand, right? When I talked about Vic in 2018 or 2019, I got lots more attention from people who had never heard of me, but they heard of Vic. I know how this works. I know how this functions. I have benefited from the function. But then what I try to do is talk about other things. Talk about other things than Vic. Because, well, one, his case is on hold. There's not much to say about it. Two, That's not where I center my life around. And so I'm trying to build a platform about things that I'm talking about and getting people interacting on all that other stuff. They can't do it. And they know it. They want that attention. They have to. They have to. They have to have that attention. Drayron Fury says, just found out a mate of mine had his drink spiked at a bar with a toxin, which caused him to have liver failure and then got an autoimmune disease, which is now going to kill him in 6 months. Oh my God. F's in chat for that. Holy criminy. That deserves, sorry, I saw that one. That deserves a little bit of, that deserves a shot. Man, I'm sorry to hear that about your friend. Pray for a miracle, buddy. Victor Phantasm says, Nick, as a fur fag, I'm interested to hear about Paul Doofy's furry video on Anime Matsuri. It's in your Twitter DMs. Then give us the Flash Gitz 40K video as a palate cleanser. No, I was not there, but next time. Yep, we'll get there in just a second. And then Karn says, so many people showed up to Matsuri, massive venue, and Thursday's head count looked like a Friday afternoon at most cons. Vic was super cool, and I waited the hour for him to come back as two guys talked about balls or no balls. Nailed it. Nailed it. Okay, here's the, I want to get to this thing first of all, this needs to be addressed. Yes. I am significantly taller than Anna and Cecil. Let's see. Can I find it? Is it in here? Where's my guy? So here's my first tweet. I love that ArmzGirl was purporting to report on Anime Matsuri. Tubbo has to e-beg for a couch. She can't afford the 3 plane tickets required to get her there. Okay, simple. Simple. Here we go. Here's the first one. My dude, you need to see somebody professionally, talk it out, and hopefully get better because holy shit, this just making stuff up to make a small, insulated group of people laugh. I'm not making that up. That girl is wide. What are you talking about? And she's poor. It's fine to be poor, but she literally can't afford to go. She's pretending to talk about Matsuri as if she knows what's going on, not based on being there. And she's large. All right, anyway. That worked in middle school, but that's about it. Should I tell him? Should I tell him that it still works today? So I've got, sorry I made fun of the fat girl you like. Here we go. Here we go. Keep shouting into that echo chamber, kid. I'm sure their likes will make you feel something, only in my pants. And when you realize it does nothing for you, remember, the rapey, it can help. It can help. So then, yeah, I'm older than you. Look at this. Look at this weirdo. Okay. Got it, Bob. Hopefully she'll sleep with you. Podcaster AM till the PM. Brother to a Dumbledore apologist. Blames typos on the phone screen. 60% accurate statement. So there you go. Got, all right. Back to it. So, I'm looking for a particular reply. This one. So must be in here. It said, "I'm older than you, weirdo," because I'm pretty sure I am. I'm pretty sure I am older than him. So then, that makes it even worse. I mean, I guess. Okay. What makes it even more embarrassing for you? Yes, I'm very embarrassed. I'm very embarrassed. Hey, didn't you Botox golden calf say to play nice? Oh, right. The money must have ran out. No need to listen. I don't even know what this means. I don't even know what this means. Let's see. Where was it? Oh, it got deleted though. So, was it? Maybe it was in here still. Let me go down a little bit further. Man, they'll give a lawyer license to anyone. Is he even licensed anymore? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's see. I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it. Wow, lots of butthurt ArmzGirl fans up in here. So, yeah, she posted it to her squad of weirdos. She did. She did. And so I, like that's... I wasn't complaining about that, by the way. I wasn't even complaining that she posted it to her squad of weirdos. It's just a fact statement. That's why there's a bunch of ArmzGirl apologists in the tweets. Let's see here. Where do we go? I'm looking for the one. I think this guy hates me. I'm gonna like his tweet anyway. That's pretty good. Where is it? Where is it? Hey, quick question. Are you a lawyer or an attorney? Yes. Are you licensed in the state of Texas? No. Also, even if you disagree with somebody, you come across as childish for going after looks as an insult. Why? When did we stop insulting people? When did that happen? There's literally a category of comedians called insult comics. They insult people. That's what they do. What happened to the insult going away? Why not go after factual statements? You got a law degree, don't you? Lawyers and attorneys are the same thing in the U.S. No, I'm clearly licensed in Minnesota. More importantly, me calling ArmzGirl fat is a fact statement. Nailed it. Nailed it. Let's see. Is there... Oh, they're really mad about Nick. Vic won't call me out for anything. Vic can call me out all he wants. Go ahead. It doesn't work, though. Let's see. Oh, they're trying to... What they don't understand is that Vic is a person, with his own opinions. Here, let's see what he said.
You guys don't be mean to Monica.
Wasn't this time. Was earlier. No, don't be mean to anybody. Yeah.
You guys don't be mean to Monica.
That's it. No, don't be mean to anybody. Guys, don't be mean to anybody. Don't be mean to anybody. Leave it to the professional. Let's see. How do they not understand this? Like, I'm not telling people to be mean to anybody. That doesn't mean I'm not mean to people. This is such a weird thing. Like, I am clearly mean to several people. We've talked about this. I've covered it extensively. I have talked about myself over and over and over again. But I am not telling anybody to go be mean to anybody. Of course not. Why would I do that? I could be mean enough for the entire internet. I'm looking for the tweet before the deleted tweet. Oh man, they're mad. This guy's posted like 15 times. Let's see. Go. Douchebag says what? I don't know. What is he saying? Let's see. Here we go. Get the fuck off my timeline, Rick. Okay. I don't know if they may have deleted both of them. Okay. So anyway, you know what happened. Someone said, don't fat shame. Don't fat shame. ArmzGirl or whatever. My response is simple. It was, she should be both shamed and ashamed. So, you know, I will continue to fat shame her. I have a track record of success of fat shaming someone into skinniness. And so I will continue to do my God-ordained duty to fight obesity, one chubbo at a time. I will get them skinny. If I can make someone, do you understand what I am doing? If I can get someone from fat to skinny by making a joke, then I can literally save their life. I can literally keep them from dying with a joke. And the risk of them dying from diabetes, heart disease, not being able to wash themselves, whatever it is, the risk of that is supposed to not outweigh the risk of a hurt feeling? I'm sorry. Guess what? I consider me fat too. Just a fact. I could use to lose weight. About 15 pounds. Working on it. Working on it. Shame me. Shame me. If I fat shame someone into skinniness, I have done them a service. And I will never step down from my duty. It's so silly. It's so silly. It's jokes. It's jokes. Get over it. Get over the jokes. I mean, it is jokes about terrible people. That's true. ArmzGirl's a terrible person. Objectively terrible. I have no pity for her at all. Other than the pity of, like, her life went this way, and that's unfortunate. I don't know what caused it. I don't know what led her down this path. But I have no pity or time for her to not be offended. She is awful. She's a nasty, ugly person. And I don't mean ugly on the outside. That you can judge for yourself. I mean ugly on the inside. She lives her life a life of hatred. Don't think it's healthy. That being said, yeah, I got no sympathy for that. Your arms are flabby like the cellulite in your thighs. You need to do more squats, planks, and lunges. Do work, son. All of that is true. You just left out bench and shoulder presses because of my girly fucking deltoids. What? Do people think I can't make fun of me too? Hashtag me too. Make fun of hashtag me too. Roast the shit out of me. Go ahead. Oh my gosh, what happened to negative reinforcement? It works. It works. All right. What do we got here? I think I'm about done. I've been talking about this subject for probably longer than I wanted to. originally because I don't have a plan here. You can't make fun of you like a mirror can. Nailed it. But you know who's more brutal than my mirror is Pixlexia. Pixlexia is a comedy queen of tearing me down, and it's great. Every day I look at the bullets and wonder how they would taste. It's I don't get it. Like the can you what was I thinking of? I was thinking of something today. Oh god, I was so tired today. That I can't really remember. But I was thinking of something, and it's just a bunch of fat jokes. Oh, no. Do you guys remember? Like, fat jokes and body shaming have been part of just comedy forever. Forever. Only now is it suddenly not okay. And yes, I thought about showing the Sports Illustrated swimsuit catwalk, but I'm allergic to cottage cheese, and I thought somebody else might be too, and I didn't want to do that to you. But they did that with the new big girl Sports Illustrated models. I mean, they threw in a couple skinny girls as well. And there are, to their credit, there are some non-traditional Sports Illustrated swimsuit models that they have on the runway that are still very, very pretty, right? Like, they just don't have the Victoria's Secret body shape. You know, they don't look like Rebecca Romaine Stamos. But Rebecca Romaine Stamos is not like the only pretty body shape that exists. So they had a variety of body shapes. Some of them were still very pretty. Some of them were horrifying in the swimsuit, particularly in the swimsuits that they picked for them, where they're doing like this, like the Baywatch cut on the crotch, where the crotch goes up really high, way over the hips. Well, when you're like a size 19, for example, there's extra skin and jiggle around your hips. There just is. Women know this. They don't like it about them. That's one of the problems that they have. And so you don't put a size 26 into a high over the hips, like deep V crotched swimsuit. It doesn't look good. It's not even the fatso's fault that swimsuit doesn't look good. It doesn't look good on anybody that size at all. It only looks good on a girl who's like 96 pounds. Very few women look good in that. That's why Baywatch existed. All right? That's why Baywatch existed. So I almost subjected you to that. But my point in this is simple. Do you remember in The Simpsons, back before The Simpsons was super woke? Back before The Simpsons was super woke, Homer was making a list of his enemies. And he's going through listing all these people. And then he says, one of his enemies was the fat Dixie chick. A pristine joke. That was when The Simpsons was funny. It's a one-off. It's this tiny little line in the middle of nowhere. And he says, he's going through and he's listing all these people, and then the fat Dixie chick. And he just nails it. Because it's a joke. He doesn't even say which one it is, but it's a fat joke thrown in there. Can't have it anymore. Can't do that. Can they even do Biggest Loser? Biggest Loser is literally a joke about fat people being losers. And they turn the phrase, but they do it through fat shaming. They break their obesity through constant daily fat shaming for like a month straight. Like, go, fat buffalo. You can do it. Get on that treadmill and get all the way up to 1.5 miles an hour, you giant sack of sadness. Go. It's all it was. It's all it was. It's literal, because that's how you personal trainers have worked. Motivate, go. These people are there because they don't like to be fat. They don't want to be that big anymore. They don't know how to fix it, so they go hire someone to help them, or they get on a show to show America their shame, and then they do it. That's not bad. That's not bad. Jokes are okay. Idioms are okay. We don't suddenly change everybody's dialogue because one chonker got mad. One big chungus couldn't take it. No. If you're a big chungus who can't take it, lose weight. Lose weight, you fatso. If you're a big chungus who can take it, don't lose weight. If you're comfortable in your skin, be comfortable in all that skin. Go for it. Go for it. Nobody can tell you what to do. Nobody can tell you who to be or what to be. I don't get it. When did we get so weak-willed that a joke was supposed to ruin our entire lives? That a joke is considered trauma. It's not trauma. Most of the people that were on The Biggest Loser gained all the weight back. Yeah, because they weren't there long enough to break the habits. You got to break the habits along with the program that's going on. The habit breaking has to keep going. Oh, look at Eldon Baneling trying to pretend that Indians are considered Asians. Sorry, Baneling. The world doesn't consider Indians as Asians. You may literally be in Asia, but you're right up there with Russia, buddy. Russians aren't Asians either. Sorry, you're not slanty-eyed enough or whatever. You're not whatever racial thing they want to pick to make Asians into Asians enough. You're not Asian enough to be Asian, and you know it. Listen to you. Trying to slide in. Appropriate the Asian culture. MofoQ says, I mean, they're at the bottom end of Asia. First of all, India is not real. I don't want to go through this again. India isn't real, so no, they're not. But second of all, even if it were, and they were hypothetically, geographically located at the bottom end of Asia, no one considers them Asians. They don't. That's not me. I'm a lover. I consider everybody whatever they want to be. If you want to be Asian, be Asian. If you want to be Caucasian, be Caucasian. I don't care. Whatever you want. You identify your own background. To me, I respect all of them. That being said, it's not a thing. Not a thing. Can you imagine the Indian people? I love the Indian people. They're wonderful. Lots of them around. You can find them all over the place. Over 1 billion, I hear now. Congratulations. They made it all the way up to 9 zeros. That's amazing. It's amazing. It's terrific. Wonderful. Congratulations to the Indian people. Look, can you imagine considering them as Asians? I don't get it. Doesn't look like it. Are they making processes? No. No. They're wearing straw hats? No, I've never seen a straw hat on an Asian man in my life. They're wonderful people, terrific people. Okay. What else do we have? Oh, we got that. Let me find that. Let me find that email quick. Oh, wait. No, it was in my Twitter DMs, right? Wait, this is... No, this is the Flash Kids video. Where's the video about the anime con? Oh, here we go. You sent me a video on my own stream. Paul, that's the wrong video. That's my video. Oh boy. I guess let's take a peek at the Flash Kids video. I don't know if I want to show it all. Flash Kids is great. Here we go. Just play my literal live stream that's going on right now. Okay. Here we go.
Gitz.
Oh no.
Stop oogling me, Furry.
You can still get out of this. You can still repent.
Bring me your champion.
Are you sure?
No.
He does have a way of making people change their minds.
Do you think I fear death?
If you guys have not been following this, by the way, Flash Gitz is amazing. You need to check out every furry video he's done with the Death Watch coming in, or the Black Templars coming in and ruining the furries' days. This series of videos it's so good. It's so good. You've got to watch all of them. You've got to watch all of them.
Get you out of that stuffy armor and find out.
No! 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 Don't do it! No! No!
Brother!
Last chance! It's time to repent for your sins, Templar. When you called us anal moles, pet-ophiles, and furgits, that was very hurtful. Now say you're sorry. Say you're sorry, and Star Sparkle won't have to fuck you to death.
You forgot. Fur retards.
Do you want to? Okay, the rest of their videos is an ad. You should definitely. I'm gonna link it in the chat. I do not mean in any way to step on the toes of Flash Gitz. Everybody should be subscribed to Flash Gitz and should watch his videos. No joke. They are masterful videos. I'm not going to sit and play Flash Gitz videos. No. Nope. You go check them out for yourselves. They're all great. They're all great. The ones that are about 40K are my favorites, but the other ones are also fantastic. Fantastic. So go check them out. Okay, we've got 1,000 likes, by the way. I know many of you have not liked the stream. That's okay. That's okay. You can fat shame me all you want by not liking the stream. But we have still, despite your defiance, passed 1,000 likes, which means I will pour myself another drink. And I've built up a little bit of a tolerance over the past 4 days. Eric Reyes was like number 1,000. There you go. There you go. Congratulations on that. Woo-hoo-hoo! So I'll mention it now one more time. And if the mods want to share the link in the chat, my live panel that we did at Matsuri with that Star Wars girl, with Cecil, with Yellow Flash, and me, of course. Of course. Is up on Ministry of Otaku's YouTube channel. He is the guy in the audience who filmed it. And I 100% fully endorse and support his recording and production of it. I was not able to record it. I don't believe anybody else was able to record it and play it. So go check out Ministry of Otaku's channel and watch that video if you want to see what the panel was about. I thought it was a good panel. Panels are weird. That Star Wars girl barely said anything. Was she sick? She was not feeling well. She was not feeling well at all. Paul, you sent me another email and it doesn't have it. There's nothing in there at all. Oh my gosh, what are you doing to me, buddy? You can do this. I believe in you. I believe in you. Send me another one. Yeah, Anna was not feeling well at all, so she was a little quiet. I thought, considering she wasn't feeling well, she did a fantastic job at the panel, but that's just the reality of live events, right? Sometimes things work out and other times they don't work out as well. That's why it's nice having 4 panelists. Naruto or N Martin says, was Star Wars Girl the one walking with you on Sunday live stream? Yep. Yeah, that was her. She was doing much better on Sunday than Saturday. But hey, she wasn't feeling well. Here is so much credit to Star Wars Girl for that. She wasn't feeling well. She still came and did the panel and was able to hang in there for it. So that was awesome. Shows your link in the email. I'm looking, man. All I got a no subject email with no text involved at all. Let me try again. I'm re-signing into my email to see if that works. Oh, there it is. There it is. That was on my browser's end. Okay, here we go. This is 14 minutes. I'm not going to watch all this. We'll start it, though. We'll take a peek. Oh, my God. He's Lion-O from Thundercats, but a furry. So that means he's Lion-O that takes it right up his furry pooper. Disgusting. Disgusting. He's got Sword of Omens. Give me anal beyond anal. I don't know about that. This is from last year. So this is from June 30th of 2020. Sprite Cola says, hey, Nick, I forgot. Do you enjoy other Warhammer content? There's DLC for Total War Warhammer 2 tomorrow, the 14th. I'll check it out. I haven't been playing Total War. I'm really bad at it. I like it. I bought all of them. I buy everything from them. I don't know how much I'll play it. I buy them just to support it, legitimately, because I think it's some of the best made stuff. I'm just so fucking bad at strategy games. Here we go. Let's see what this weirdo has to say. I'll unmute it.
Bienvenue. I am Lio Convoy, coming at you again with another drama-centric video. let's talk about anime conventions. That place you go to at least once a year to get your fill of overpriced anime goods, out-of-control room parties, and body pillows that put you on an FBI watch list. Specifically, we'll be talking about Anime Matsuri.
You're literally a furry. You have no right to criticize what other people buy. Ever. Like, you need to be a furry and own it. You don't get to do this. You don't get to do this.
Anime convention in Houston that's been ongoing since 2007, for better or for worse. Emphasis on worse. Ran by John and Denise Lay, this convention is the biggest anime
Lee, you degenerate.
convention in Houston and has had more than its fair share of controversy, which is what we're talking about today.
Okay. I don't know how much of this I can take. Yes, it's got controversy. Do you know why? It's got 50,000 people who go, and they've been running for over a decade. Is there controversy? Yeah. So what? Like, that's just how it goes when you run a big business. Shockingly, all big businesses will eventually have controversy. All of them, without fail. Because somebody's not going to be happy. Look at how much wine is in that glass. I bet, does he drink any of it? We'll see. I might go for another minute or so. I don't know if I want to do this anymore. I kind of want to end the stream and go watch a movie on Twitch. I haven't watched a movie in, like a week.
I'm going to outline the issues this convention has. Now,
his mouth fucking articulate. It actuates. His mouth actuates. Furries are the most simultaneously degenerate and terrifyingly advanced species on the planet. And that is why they must be destroyed. Look, and look, I know some of you out there are furries, and I love you, and I would pet you and stroke you or whatever and make you like yiff like the fucking deerkin or whatever. Like, pet my antlers. I love you, but I'm sorry. You have to go into the gas chambers with the rest of them. You just have to go. You have to go. It's not you. It's all the rest of you. Sony Mix says, no, we all know we belong in an oven. There you go. There you go. At least you know.
some may claim this is just drama and we shouldn't care about it. But those people are dumb and wrong, and we shouldn't listen to dumb, wrong people, should we?
Here's the thing about furries, by the way. Here's the thing about furries. Like, it makes Warhammer look like a poverty hobby. Look at how much shit this guy has. He's got a decent fireplace with a mantle, some faux marble tile in front of his 1989 fireplace he's got here. It's a real fireplace. This isn't gas, so we're talking straight out of the 80s, but this looks like a well-constructed home. It's got rounded corners. This would have been new. This would have been new when they did it. He's got Gundam models. He's got Transformers and GoBots in the background, it looks like. This is an expensive... Is this guy the CEO of McDonald's? Here's how furries are. Furries are amazing. Their hobby of getting banged while being sweaty and gross inside of a costume is so damn expensive that they have to be rich. They are the 1%. They are the 1%. It's amazing. All of them. All of them. That's probably a box Malbec that he's drinking because he's a furry, and look, they can't be too sophisticated. But the amount of merch in this window is making my 40K balls shrink up into a vagina. Like, it's amazing how expensive everything in this frame is. It's amazing.
Let's start with the sexual allegations. Though I really shouldn't say alleged or allegation, and you'll find out why soon enough. John at one point had close ties to the Lolita community. Currently still running a Lolita store called Shop in Wonderland, he had regularly gotten Lolita fashion guests as part of his convention. Now, I must stress, it is unwise to earn the ire of this community. After all, a poofy dress can hide many weapons. But arguably more deadly than that is the speed in which word spreads. And spread it did when Nina here, owner of Lock Shop Wigs, broke the silence about John's actions, talking on her blog about John bragging about receiving fellatio by models to be put in the fashion show.
Okay, let's see what he said. Our first meeting in person was to shoot promo pictures for AM15. He visited Europe and invited me to travel with him and his family to London to have a trip to Disneyland Paris, all expenses paid. I declined the Disneyland trip, even though I'd love to go there again. Euro Disney is garbage. Euro Disney is trash. Let's get this out there. And this one isn't even on Disney. This one isn't even on Disney. This is on Euros. Euros. I went to Euro Disney. Have you fucking Europeans ever heard of not jumping in front of a line? Every single European who jumps in front of a line in Euro Disney needs to be put on the goddamn on the rack and stretched until they're dead. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Anyway. And paid for my own trip to stay to London. Look, a convention was definitely totally going to pay my way to go to London, but instead, even though, you know, Disneyland is in Paris, but I paid my own way. Immediately, I doubt this story. Immediately, I doubt it. The first evening I had dinner together with John and his friends, there the sexual jokes and comments started to increase. So he made sexual jokes. Okay. Here he also talked a lot about someone from company and name removed sucking his dick for favors and to get models in the Anime Matsuri show to wear their wigs and discussing stories like that. Okay, so his allegation about this is based on someone else saying he said it. What do we call that? That's called hearsay. It's an allegation based on someone else saying someone said something else. Let me suggest there's a possibility that there's a grain of truth to this. Not that that was actually true. I mean, who knows? But here's the grain of truth. Someone could say our convention quickly became so popular that people were willing to suck my dick to get a panel. It's crazy. It's crazy how fast we were growing and how popular this thing was becoming, that people were offering to do this to me. That's an easy way to make a sexual joke out of a reality about how in demand the product was. I don't know anything about this scenario. I'm not defending John. Let me do this to defend John. John has always ever been kind to me, and I don't believe the allegations against him for a heartbeat. Not even a fucking moment. For the simple reason, no one has ever produced the requested evidence against John. Not once. It was literally cancel culture by some pissed off vendor or artist or whatever. That's it. That's how it goes.
along with apparently inappropriate jokes. This is
Inappropriate jokes don't fucking exist. They died with all the stupid kids at Parkland. There is no such thing as an inappropriate joke. Inappropriate jokes were mowed down at the Pulse nightclub. Stop fucking saying it. There is no inappropriate joke. It doesn't exist. It's a joke. It's either a funny joke or a not funny joke. That's it. Stop it. Stop it. We are flying the inappropriate into the twin towers of jokes in 2021, and it's fucking embarrassing how all the comedians are leaping out of the burning building to splatter on the cement below. Fuck you and your inappropriate joke line. Go die. Fuck off. Society doesn't need you. Comedy is supposed to be inappropriate. Get the fuck out of it. Go join an Aboriginal tribe and get colonized, you piece of shit. Nobody wants you here. It's a joke. Laugh or don't laugh and walk away. That's it. That is it. Fuck these people. Why are they? Can I find this? Let me find this. Look at this. This used to be just reality. This used to be just reality. Stop it.
All right. Everybody line up, huh? Line up, don't be dummies, just get in line.
Don't be dummies.
That's fine. Gentlemen, members of the National Office are coming here tonight for their annual inspection of this theater. Right now, I'm going to explain to you my managing style for the benefit of the new guys.
Of the new guys.
So there you are, Tubby. Look like a bucket of lard on a bad day. You baby gorilla. Why don't you work a zoo and stop bothering people? Got a call yesterday from Baskin Robbins. They said that they're down to only 5 flavors. You're swelling up as I talk to you. Look at you. How's this? How's it doing? Hello, ice cream. Having a good time? Running around? What are you laughing at? Because I called your friend a fat pig, huh? You think that's funny?
Oh, no, I was just laughing earlier when you were talking to his belly.
You get a horse and live in the mountains someplace and don't bother anybody. Got a personality like a dead moth. Okay, the fun's over. Anybody messes this thing up for me tonight is through. Not only are you fired, your life is over. I'll see to it that you never work again and that you wind up tearing tickets off in Kuwait. Salam alamala, kalamala, and everybody sucking sand. Nobody messes up. You understand me? Don't mess up.
Salamalala Kamala. He called Kamala Harris. He already knew. Salamalala Kalamalala. And everyone's sucking sand. Oh my God. Don Rickles. Hold on. Here we go. There's one more scene. One more scene.
$400 and we need 50,000 in 6 days? We're not even close.
I know we're not.
Hey, there's a message. Maybe it's a job.
Hey, Fatso. Fatso! It's me, Hamilton, your boss from the movie theater. I saw that TV commercial you made. Fat, fat, fat. When you sweat, marbles come off your ass.
Fat. When you sweat and marbles come off your ass. What happened to it? What happened to it? Oh my God. If you have not seen Dirty Work, You've got to. You've got to. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Legitimately, it is a great comedy. Norm Macdonald is a legend. It's an absolute legend. You've got Don Rickles, Artie Lang. You've got Chevy Chase. You've got the really irritating but hilarious guy from The Office in there as well. Michael's friend, who's just a complete fucking asshole. It is one of my. It is a beautiful movie. It's a beautiful movie. I don't think it's on Prime. I'll check real quick, but I don't think so. If it is, we're watching it immediately, but I'm pretty sure. No, it's on HBO right now. It's on HBO. Unfortunately, it is not there. So, but that being said, we are going to watch a movie in just a minute. I can't get over the fact that we used to just make jokes. We used to just make jokes. Jokes were okay. Nick can be the comic that always has a drink in his hand. No, that's Ron White. I can't do it. Ron White's great. Ron White has a bit about being opposed to the death penalty for Osama bin Laden. And it's so fucking funny. Because I'm opposed to the death penalty for Osama bin Laden. I'm from Texas. I want Osama bin Laden to go to prison and have to lick grape jelly out of Thunder Dick's ass crack. And it is this magical fucking thing. He's like, I don't even like grape jelly. Fuck you and lick my butt. It's a pristine comedy routine. Ron White is fantastic. I would never presume to be on that level. So Ron White was always whiskey in hand, drinking. He's got whiskey and a cigarette or whatever, drinking and smoking while doing comedy. Beautiful. Eric the Red says Don Rickles is a legend. His YouTube videos of roasts and insulting Letterman are the stuff of legend. Axelian or Axe Lion says, gas me, Daddy Nick. If you're into it, it doesn't work. Okay, guys, let's wrap up the show. Here's the long and short of it. Okay, here's a summary for those of you who missed the whole fucking live stream. Actually, right before the summary, I've got to do something very, very important. I am very, very bad at streaming from conventions and live events that I do. And it's a dumb reason. I'm holding on to this idea that those streams, and this doesn't make sense, are like lower quality than other streams. Because I'm like, it doesn't have a good camera. I don't have good camera angles. I don't have a good microphone. Don't have lighting. I'm walking around like some sort of weirdo. And it doesn't make sense because the streams that I do are not high quality. They have high quality equipment, but that doesn't make them any good, right? So they're really at about the same level. But it's not a rational thing. But I get you guys saw during the stream, I interacted with a couple people while walking around. That's like the only reason there were only a couple people. That was Sunday. Saturday, tons of people. Friday, tons of people interacting with people. Hey, it's you. Yeah. So I spend a lot of my time at the cons. Icon of Sin. No, Brigador does not work. I spend a lot of my time at the cons meeting with people. I don't charge for autographs. I don't set up a table and have people come to me or anything weird like that. That's not my thing. I love just walking around, meeting people and being there at the show. And so that's what I do. So I don't usually live stream it. That was actually, I think, the first live stream I've ever done from a con. And you guys showed up to that live stream in droves. You guys, there were like 15, I had no announcement or anything. You had like 1,500 people watching. It was awesome. It was awesome. I loved it. So thank you for encouraging me. And if you didn't mean to encourage me, well, you fucked up. But thank you for encouraging me to do more live streams at live events. It was really cool to do one of those things, walking around with a fucking phone in my hand and having a bunch of people show up and chat and interact. So it was cool. So thank you. Thank you for that. Check my email. It did it again. I got to go back into it because it shows me nothing, but it'll be fixed when I go back to it. Oh, yes. Okay. So, he sent me the, ArmzGirl's tweet about charging people to unblock them. Look, I legitimately, I don't want to talk about ArmzGirl because ArmzGirl is ugly and fat and nasty on the inside and the outside. If I talk about her, I tend to have to pull up her picture or just even think about her. I don't like to. I don't talk about ArmzGirl typically unless she's talking about me or it's brought up in the chat. I literally, if she died tomorrow, I would say that's unfortunate and never talk about her again, and that'd be fine. Like, I don't want her to die. If she disappeared tomorrow, I would say that's very fortunate and never talk about her again. Literally the last person I ever want to think about or talk about. The reason I tend to talk about her is when she mentions me. Other than that, don't want to deal with it. Don't like her, think she's nasty, think she's horrifying to think about, all of that stuff. So I'm not going to harp on her stupid tweet about unblocking people for money. That is, you guys can go check out her timeline if you want, except you're all blocked, so probably not, but I don't recommend it. And most importantly, no one should harass ArmzGirl. 0 people. No one should tweet to ArmzGirl. No one should direct message ArmzGirl. No one should email ArmzGirl. No one should report her GoFundMe. No one should do anything. ArmzGirl is her own fucking planet. Literally, she does not need anybody bothering her or doing anything. I am calling for the literal opposite of a harassment campaign. Do not interact with this person in any way. I'm going to be very clear. I do not want anybody on my suggestion going to talk to this ham beast. I find her disgusting and repulsive, and I think I'm saving the world by having no one interact with a disgusting, repulsive monster. And I mean that from the bottom of my cold, dead heart. Do not go bother her. There's no purpose to it. It is not profitable for you. It is a waste of your time. She's a disingenuous talker. She's a literal habitual liar who is so wrapped up in nastiness and ugliness that she cannot do anything else. So do not do it. That is not on me. That is not on me. I'm only talking about her because she started by talking about my panel. I'm blocked by her, so there's nothing for me to, I don't even see it. She talked about my panel and suggested that people were not safe around me. By the way, you're about as safe around me as you can be. Because The only thing I might do is defend you against someone else. But she suggested people were somehow not safe because of my panel. Because she's a fucking liar and a fatso. That's it. That's it. At the end of the day, literally it. But no, I do not want anybody to bother her. That's her own stupid problems. Okay, let's do chats. Hey, I'm going to read this one because I recognize the name. Christine Hansopoulos says, Anime Matsuri was perfect, and one of my highlights is meeting you and Lady Rackets. You're both so nice, and it was an honor to do shots with you both. Hey, thank you, Christine. It was really great to hang out with you and do shots with you as well. Thank you for doing that. It was a lot of fun. It was a good time. I had so much fun at Matsuri. I've heard, by the way, that Bubba Fest is a reality this year. I've heard that Bubba Fest is a reality this year. I don't know if that's true. If anybody is actually local to Bubba Fest, make a panel recommendation for me, and I will come do one. Bubba Fest was great in 2019. I would love to go again. Gummy, I didn't go to Hentai Fest. I don't know where it is. Last time I heard about Bubba Fest, last time I went to Bubba Fest, it was in Knoxville. I don't know if it's in Knoxville again. I don't know when it is. But if any of you do know, I would love to go to Bubba Fest again. It was so much fun. Johnny Thunder, are you on the Fediverse, Nick? Yes, I am. I am on Rekieta Law at verified.af. I'm Justin Y, and I post pointless trash. Welcome to super lawyer status. He says, I need to come around these parts more often. Hey, man, how you been? It's been a while. Welcome back. It's warm and cozy in here. You're still a mod, man, so glad to see you. Okay. Let me read. Oh, God. I got to do the fucking weird. I got to read through all the chats in the weird way. Let's start with Justice chats. And then we're going to go over to Twitch. And like I said, we're going to watch a movie. It'll be fun. Good times. I can't wait. Okay, Shadows King 101. He sent this actually during my Matsuri live stream. Gummy says, you said it was in a room somewhere. I saw the stream. Yeah, it was Hentai Fest was at like 11:30 at night, and look, I was being a bougie asshole when Hentai Fest was going on. I was hanging out in the guest suite. Sorry. I was so tired. My feet hurt. I'd been at the con all day. I was sitting down drinking TX bourbon in the guest hospitality suite, and it was great. It was really great. I was talking to some staff members who were there. One fantastic artist who I hope he buys an art whatchamacallit booth next year. I'll go buy shit from him all day. So yeah, that's what I was doing. I was hanging out. So I didn't want to go back to the convention that day. 18 plus panels are some of the most fun. I believe you. I was so tired. Okay, anyway, let me read these and then we're going to go. Mexican Flash says, yes, I got grifted for 3 super chats for that. Good. Get grifted for more. Breck Nichols says, welcome back, Codger. Hey, thanks, buddy. And by the way, guys, short videos are coming tomorrow. Normal videos. I didn't even mention this. I spent a ton of time with Attorney Tom. I'm going to get him on the show as soon as possible. I had great times. We had dinner. with Attorney Tom. I walked around Matsuri for several hours with Attorney Tom. We're just chatting about law, chatting about YouTube, chatting about conventions and anime. Do you know Attorney Tom is an anime? He's an animu. He's an animu, a degenerate animu. He's great. He's great. And so I'm going to have him on the show, hopefully very, very soon. We had great conversation. He seems like a great person. Mexican Flash says, imagine paying for a haircut. True. Saint Umu says, Nick, you left. I became a heretic. Jesus is Lucifer. Both are the light bringer. Satan is not Lucifer. God is a schizophrenic. Stab your son, lol, JK. Damn. All that happened that fast? Attorney Tom got stepped on. He got stepped on. There's a chick there that I think he's going to post it on his, I hope he posted on his YouTube channel. There's a chick there with a sign that says, we'll step on you for free. And he told me he got stepped on. So there you go. I'm pretty sure he got pictures of it. Let's see. Face Lord says, working on negotiating a raise to $40,000 a year. Thank you. Or then you can call me Whorehammer 40K. Yeah, buddy, get it. Go get that raise. Negotiate for yourselves. You guys are worth what people will pay you. Never sell yourself short. Negotiate up. You're worth more, especially now. Job market is shit. Now is the time to negotiate, by the way. Mario Carter 13 says, have conversations with the feds sliding in your DMs. Let's see. Mario Carter 13. Why am I reading these? I'm supposed to be starting with the Justice Chats. Here we go. Shadows King 101 says, why did you gain so much weight and when will you lose it? Fucking Gunt Jr. over here booling around anime cons. I gained so much weight. I'll tell you why. I gained about 15 pounds. I gained about 15 pounds. Wait, Bad Dragonite says there was a chick at Kamehacon charging to step on people. Was anybody at Kamehacon? How was the attendance at Kamehacon? I have no idea. I was curious about it. I don't know. It's going on at the same time. I wonder how it did. So I gained about 15 pounds over the past 4 years, which, look, some people might go, oh, 15 pounds, it's not a lot. For me, 15 pounds is the difference between being relatively fit and being out of shape. And it is a massive difference in my life. It is a massive difference in my life because I go from like having good respiratory health and good sort of body composition to less than ideal. And it's a noticeable impact because I run, and running with an extra 15 pounds is horrible. So for me, that 15 pounds means a lot. I'm working on cutting it. But how I gained it is because after I did marathon training and ran a marathon, I developed a heat allergy and was demotivated from working out because every time I worked out, my allergy would flare up, and it was, you look fucking awful because you got hives all over your arms and neck and back and stomach. I mean, you're wearing a shirt, so it's mostly just your arms, but the hives make you look like some sort of fucking Alex Jones lizard man. It's not cool, and it's really, really itchy and horrid. So vanity prevented me from going, plus the extreme discomfort of the next 2 hours after working out made me not want to go. I finally got allergy meds in place, so I don't look like a fucking leper when I work out, and I don't have the discomfort. So that combined, I've started running again. Lifting is going to start very soon. Just got to get my weight bench in order, and yeah, I'm pumped to get back down to a reasonable weight and a better body composition. Like I said, I 100% deserve to be shamed as a fucking fatso. You won't catch me complaining about it. But yeah, that's my story. I've always been very thin. I've been blessed with very thin genes. Maybe it's a blessing. In some ways, it's a curse. It's really hard for me to put on muscle my entire life too. But that being said, I had the curse of being very thin for my whole life, and then that changed when I was like 35. Now I can't eat ice cream every day. But that just means I have to change with it. That's the reality. Who's in better shape, me or Vic? Me, clearly. Because my pants don't want to have sex with other male pants. Mr. Rigsby Gaming says, it was great meeting you and everyone this weekend. I just got back after driving all day. Hope you liked the cigar. It was very good. I already smoked it. Hopefully I wasn't as awkward or weird as I think I was. No, you were fine, buddy. First time I've gone out or dealt with people since even before the beer bug. Dude, you were great. I loved hearing your story. I encourage you to keep going. Mario Kart 13 says, while you were gone, the culinary world lost a prolific baker. Part-time internet personality and full-time cat boy aficionado Nick Fuentes is survived by his cookie recipe. I heard something happened to him. What happened to Fuentes? Did he get banned off of Twitter? Is that what happened to Fuentes? Yashken. Guys, Yashken is great. Very friendly, very outgoing. You can hear him during the panel. He's the only person who's actually fucking audible. He says, hey, nice seeing you at the con. By the way, next time I might just be the mic for your back rows if you're going next year. Also, funny enough, I saw Drex at the airport before he and his daughter took off. I don't think he expected the hug, though. Probably not. That's good, man. I'm glad. Crusader, oh, wait, no, shit. Colonel Dog says, from now on, Boomer, you only get $2 chats. My $20 chats go to VTubers exclusively until you correct your hateful and bigoted stance on our wonderful digital waifus. Yubi. I don't have any problem with digital waifus. I have no problem with them. But your chat proves my literal point about them. Your chat proves my point about VTubers. People pay tons of money for anime stuff. I just went to a convention where like every attendee probably on average spent $600 because some people spent way more, but like it is amazing how much money people spend on anime. It's a culture that has fostered the large divorce of funds from the fans. That's just how it is. I didn't make it that way. They made it that way. And so since that culture is fostered in the actual community, when VTubers hit the scene, suddenly tons of money was divorced from the fans. High viewership combined with a high willingness to spend money and a conditioning to spend money. Yeah, it only makes sense how much they make. I don't hate them for it. I just want to clear up because my man Cody from Anime Outsider's like, oh, VTubers, man, they're the perfect form of capitalism because they all get to look alike. So therefore, when they come together, you just get the perfect capitalism and the best entertainers. Yeah, fine, amongst the VTubers, but VTubers have an automatic leg up because there's a culture of payment in their industry automatically. Doesn't make them lesser or anything like that. It's just a reality of different marketplaces. That's like saying, well, you know, Lamborghinis are the purest form of capitalism because between Lamborghinis, you know, you only got the perfect purest form. Yeah, but everybody's accustomed to paying 200 grand for a Lamborghini to start. You can't compare it to a Ford on a cost by cost basis. A whole bunch more people buy Fords than Lamborghinis. People who buy Lamborghinis pay a lot for whatever it is. It's just how it goes. There are lots of shitty VTubers that no one watches as well. Yes, I know. But again, Guys, Tim Pool, top American super chatter. Been doing this longer than any of the HoloLive people on super chats on YouTube. $850,000 total. Top VTuber, like 3 million in less time. The top 19 slots are VTubers. Yes, of course, there are good and bad VTubers. Believe me, there are a lot of shittier live streamers than any VTuber, than any amount of VTubers. It's a culture of payment. The fan base is accustomed to shelling out money. People aren't accustomed to shelling out money for the news. That's why Tim Pool has 850,000 versus 3 million. That's okay. He's doing fine. It's not a criticism. Doesn't mean he's bad and they're good or anything like that. But you can't say objectively that one VTuber is better than a non-VTuber. It's a different market. That's fine. But not recognizing that market is silly. Let's see. Who do we got? I'm Justin White. I post pointless trash with a huge chat. Miss hanging out here, headed to Dreamland. Have a good night. Brosif, hey buddy, you have a good night too. Thank you. You don't have to send those big chats. You really don't. I very much appreciate just you hanging out with us in general, but I also appreciate the chats. Thank you. Thank you. Am I saying that Tim Pool should be a VTuber? No, he'd be one of the shitty ones that no one watches. Okay. Crusader Saracen says, hope you had a great time at Matsuri. Nick, watched your walk around stream and it looks like a hoot. Dude, it is fun. I can't encourage you guys enough. If you get a chance to go to Matsuri in Houston next year, I think I'm going to be there. I don't have confirmation. I think I'm going to be there. It is a blast. Come hang out, drink a lot of drinks, smoke cigars with me, get into antics, meet friends, have fun. Have fun. He says, I'll definitely have to try and go next year. Also, your schnoz looked even more impressive from the angle you held your phone camera at. I know. Crusader also says, also, I wish you angled your phone camera upwards to the rafters of the convention center where I would expect Gary Busey to be waiting. Anime Matsuri says, what? What's that about a failing con? Sorry, I can't hear you over all this money. Lemon Drop says, how much you want to bet on these people having gone to the Tumblr convention and are projecting onto other people having a successful con? Hashtag jump in the pit, bigot. By the way, did Vaush get exposed as controlled opposition? I saw a tweet about that. Eagle Lone says, did Ty go to Anime Matsuri? No. Ty has a couple of major business transactions to facilitate. That's a huge, huge aspect of his practice is doing multi-million-dollar business sales. And he's got more than one. I don't know how many, 2, 3, 4, something like that lined up over the summer. The man is knee-deep in paperwork. But he did send me a proposition. Naughty boy. He sent me a proposition for a live stream that we'll probably do very soon. But he wasn't able to come down. Polio64 says, yeah, he did Lamau. His dad is literally a J in Hollywood. I saw it on Gator's Twitter. Gator had like a tweet with like 6,000 likes on it. It was amazing. But I don't know. I didn't get a chance to look into the backstory. But you can check it out on Gator. Someone said Styx Hexenhammer covered it as well. Great stuff. Go check it out. Bad Dragonite says TLDR on the Nuxtaku situation. He monetized in another country. YouTube had the money for 4 years. Couldn't legally transfer it, but still had taxes. With help from Penguin Zero, he got the AdSense stuff fixed. Still has 250,000 frozen, but got most of his whiskey money now. Good. Like I said, I'll try and cover it tomorrow or this week, if nothing else. It says also Nux was paying Canadian taxes, so it's worse. Wait, Nux is Canadian? Never mind. I'll never talk to Nux again. So bad, in fact, that he was basically losing money on his channel, even with sponsors. Kool-Aid Man says, oh yeah, Nick, I tried to make it to Matsuri, but straddle breaking Monica took longer than I thought. Saddle breaking. She's a stubborn old mare with a mean kick. You should see the teeth marks on my cockpit after many hours of whipping and carrot dangling. She need, daddy. Gross. Malik Foxon says, best part about these Flash Gitz videos is furries actually get a genuine laugh out of them too. It's because they're objectively funny. They're objectively funny. That one guy says, Kehoe is a pretty smart lady who has done red-pilled and anti-cancel culture interviews in the past relating to Izaki-chan and sex work. I'm astonished to hear she responded to the harassment at all. I'll see if I can reach out and encourage her somehow. Crusader Saracen says, by Allah, it's easier to behead a furry than it is to hear one talk. Malik Foxon says, wait, he's talking about an anime convention controversy when he's a furry. Furry conventions are literally, fuck it. Where did I see what I did there? But seriously, controversy happens at FurCons all the time. Dude's awareness is zero, I think. Mario Carter said, furry conventions have had registered sex offenders as guests repeatedly. Sit your ass down, fur retard. Don Rickles says, Bad Dragon Knight says, speaking of 40K, I finally finished up the Infinite and the Divine audiobook, and I highly, highly recommend it. Imagine two old man godlike Necrons being the pettiest fucks to each other for literally thousands of years. And great entry-level 40K novel. I've heard that's a really good one. I haven't seen it yet. Next says Mario Carter 13 says Racket's impersonator was terrible. Panel was on time. Richard Pierce says Cecil is love. Oh, I read that one. Richard Harris says I think Artist Alley was on the 3rd floor due to Dr. Seuss Con. Dr. Seuss booked first floor Hall A for the whole summer. Anime Matsuri had to move something to A3. Maybe I think. But I think it might actually be up at the 3rd floor next year, too. I think so. Because aside from people not really knowing where it was and the signage not being great, I think it's actually a good thing to have it up there. Nick Naylor says the T-Man looked exactly like what I expected a T-Man to look like. He did. He really did. Nicodemus, we are doing Twitch tonight. It's movie night. Snuggle Struggle says the world seems to be losing its mind right now, and I'm too busy binge watching cave diving vids on YouTube and thinking about getting certified. Oh, nice. Ascended Not So Handsome says, if you aren't comfortable with a lint of Vic looking at you in the shower, Nick, then you should question your masculinity and sexuality. Also, nice swag. Mario Carter says, I've got a better tip for the 14-year-old. Quote, Nick, no! Enigma the Basement Troll says, any chance of looking into what's up with the Dodgers pitcher Trevor Bauer? Yes, the donkey punch that changed the world. Suspended until further notice. Dude is abrasive, but sounds like Me Too BS. From what I've seen about Treasure Bauer, chick asked to get punched. After she gets punched, she comes back for more punching. Sounds like Me Too BS to me, but I haven't fully looked into it. Don't quote me on it. Don't hold me to it. Maybe Trevor Bauer's a piece of shit. I don't know. Actually, I think he is a piece of shit, but that's separate from maybe this Me Too issue. Maybe he's a Me Too piece of shit. I don't know. But from what I've seen of the story, it's sus AF. Mario Carter 13 says ArmzGirl was Z tier, even for that guy with glasses. Not Applicable says, who cares about that slab of pork thinks about Jack? Ralph says, what kind of meds do you take in order to be able to read these people's feeds on Twitter? Only antipsychotics. All of them, though. Twilight Dragon 3 says, Vic's line was longer than ArmzGirl's arms. Damn. Hamza Z says, chances Squirrel Girl can be sued too for SJWBS. It's unlikely to happen. Here's the problem with ArmzGirl. Literally nothing to take. You can't even take her dignity. She doesn't have any. There's no reason to sue her. There's nothing you can get out of it. October Mandalorian says, hey, Nick, I was at Anime Matsuri and got a photo with you. Yeah. You're the second best part after seeing Vic. Well, we're going to have to change that. You rock those sky blue shorts. Don't forget to mention going into the 18 plus area. It was great. Yep, I was in. Yes, I went into the degenerate area. Maybe I'll talk more about this tomorrow. In the 18 plus area. I'm with Lady Rackets. I'm with a relative of mine and their friend. And we walk up and there's a cosplay booth. I think they were called Wicked Sirens. Very nice girls. We walk up. You're looking at them. You're talking to them. You're like, oh, hey, how's the con going for you? This is the first day. How's the con going for you? They're like, oh, great. You know, blah, 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 blah. We're doing our cosplay thing. And like the ones dressed up like Jessica Rabbit and stuff. Her dress is cute and everything. Like, oh, you know, that's cool. Way to be here. Then you're looking at them, talking to them because they're people. And then you look down on the table and it's tits out for Harambe on all the pictures. And you're like, oh, Jesus. Wow. I just got to know you biblically. It was very weird. Very weird to experience that. And then one of the people I'm with is like, let's go into the Yowie tent. I'm like, okay. So we go into the Yowie tent. And look, Doujin Yowie fans, again, I'm sure some of you are very nice people, but you need to eat glass. Disgusting, horrifying hobby that you have. In the Yowie tent, or the Yowie area, there was a Yowie of Frieza, spread eagled. And I think Frieza had a vagina, which is weird. Weird. But it was like, I couldn't look at it for very long. It's like in 40K, when there are chaos runes written somewhere, like you look at the chaos runes and they start to make your eyes and your head and your soul hurt at the same time. That's what the Frieza spread eagle cover of that Yowie book. I should have bought it, but I could never show it on stream, so I didn't. It was disgusting. So horrifying. They had a bunch of Levi Yowie. Apparently, so I was informed by someone that Levi, being a catcher and taking all kinds of Titan peen up the up his Levi is canon. I don't know about that, but do they love that Levi Yowie from Attack on Titan. Disgusting. Degeneracy at its absolute maximum. And the fact that there was less Yowie on the last day than there was on the first day is a testament to how much our society needs to be purged. ASO says, what kind of awful couch costs $250? All real couches are leather and they cost over $1,400. I don't know. I guess a used couch with stains on it and crusties, maybe. But look, if ArmzGirl needed a couch so bad, I have a couch covered in cat piss. She could have just had it for free. 2224 Vic says, good seeing you and the others at Matsuri. Here's a chat I owe for the donut. Yeah, buddy. Thanks to you, I had a few people call me Scarf Guy after your panel. My man was wearing a soccer jersey, and from a distance, it looked like he was wearing a tiny, weird Animu scarf. So he definitely was. Oh, did you guys see the Euro Cup finals or whatever? I was gonna play this. I've got to play this real quick. We're already over time. Don't worry, we are doing a movie. We're doing a movie. Come on. Here we go. This is a short video. This is from England.
Step up and take huge responsibility on his young shoulders.
Says CSI enhanced audio from my shed incoming, featuring my upset neighbor.
Saved by Donnarumma. Step up and take huge responsibility.
That guy was losing his mind. Losing his mind. Here's how bad it was. I can't actually read this. I'm going to put it up on screen. But I cannot read this tweet because of YouTube, okay? And I just wouldn't anyway. But look at this tweet about a trending word that happened after the penalty kicks. Not good. Not good. Seems like the English are done with their PC culture because they lost a soccer game. Whoa. Whoa. They literally, like, England, by the way, you lovely bunch of Brit-bongs, like the most cucked Western culture I can imagine other than the French. Actually, I think the French are more based in red-pilled than England. They're only Canadians may be worse than England. But they lose a soccer match and all of that is gone immediately. And suddenly they're blaming a race of people for losing a soccer match. Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo! Whoa. Wow. Very, 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 very silly. But that's, they take their sports balls very serious over there. James Degnan says, please name your panel balls or no balls. That would be a funny panel. Look, you guys are going to have to help me. You guys are going to have to help me come up with a radical panel for Matsuri 2022. My initial idea, I thought of this at the airport while I was talking with some people from the Discord, was to do a panel examining the evolution of violence in movies from the 70s through today and the de-evolution of nudity in movies from the 70s to today. Like, it'd have to be an 18+ panel, obviously, but do a slideshow or movie clips or something. I don't know. That's an idea. And to talk about how culture has changed so much that they're literally changing how they deliver our ratings. But that's an idea. You guys are going to have me develop this over the next year. Pat Royzen says, Nick was walking around with tight shorts on. I wear dad shorts because I'm a dad. He was not a threat to anyone. No idea where she was coming from on that bad take. She thinks words are violence. Samurai Knight says, here's the perfect panel for you to do next year. Balls or no balls. Introduction to Fudas and Fuda culture with Nick Rekieta. And it'll literally just be me burning Fudas in effigy the entire time. Pat Royzen says, ain't gonna lie, ArmzGirl in that Dollar General Wonder Woman outfit is not too bad. You stop. But then again, I like trashy women, so what the F do I know? That's disgusting. Eric D says, do you think Marzipan Girl would like an anime wrap for her couch? Like the white dune buggy. She literally just wants a stained couch. Anything she can get her hands on. Mexican Flash says, I'm an orphan who was abused by a guardian and I feel sorry for ArmzGirl. Fan Advocacy Network says, would Drexel be willing to take one for the team and bed ArmzGirl? He'd be doing humanity a favor. No, I won't do that to him. I won't do that to him. No one important says, look up Shibuya Keiho. Cute shorty with big booba. ArmzGirl is 1000% jealous. Pretty obvious with this. Also sent you an edit via Twitter DMs. Fuck, did I look at it? Nope. That one. Oh, yes. Here we go. Real quick, I'll pull this up. Here's the... Apparently, I am a Titan. Eldon Baneling says, you and Vic smoke meet up and smoke a cigar again. I smoked 4 cigars with Vic at Matsuri this year. I just didn't take any pictures. I didn't take any pictures of it, but that's basically after the convention, we would go hang out with some people at the Hilton and smoke some cigars. That's have drinks, smoke cigars, chat with people, decompress after the day. It was good. Where else are we? Oh, yeah, and I've gotten a request to show Shibuya Keiho. Let's see. Let me find a good picture of her. This is the woman that ArmzGirl fully supports the bullying of. ArmzGirl wants this woman bullied. That's what she wants. Can we guess why? Does anybody want to guess why? It always comes down to the same thing. They hate pretty people. They hate them. They legitimately hate people who are pretty. And by the way, I say that because I know a lot of people find her pretty. She's not actually my type. Not at all. But a lot of people find her very, very pretty, very cute or whatever. And they like that. She's not my choice body shape. You guys know me. But yeah. But it doesn't matter. Like, that's, you know, her being pretty has nothing to do with her being my type. But that's why ArmzGirl hates her. Jealousy. 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 So anyway, but yeah, ArmzGirl fully supports the bullying of this woman. Nasty talks about presuming that she would do illegal prostitution because she used to do adult films, reducing a woman to a sexual object for her own gratification. The ArmzGirl literally objectified this poor lady for her own personal ends. That's what she did. Mario Carter 13 says, Nux could use a weatherman. Pay what you owe, Susan. Scipio Ninja says, I met Keiho at ALA 2020 before the coof. Big sweetheart, bigger boobas. Shame that this Goblina is dragging her name for her own selfish reasons. Tet says, Lamau, so much Matsuri salt. These people are starting to rival Lot's wife. Also, you hear about the government wanting to filter/track SMS messages over COVID. Yep, we're going to talk about that probably tomorrow. Soulblade says, what the hell? I created a Twitter today. Followed you, Nick. Just checked. Apparently, I'm blocked by the cow that is ArmzGirl. How much time does she have, FFS? More than you. Ascended Not So Handsome Jack says, fat shaming is healthy. Fat acceptance is evil. Kalinka Pavlova says, Nick solving the U.S. obesity pandemic one insult at a time. Bless, but also, Nick, grow thinner. Exactly. Yes, I do. I'm legitimately working on it. I haven't weighed myself since I got home, but I'm hoping. I only ate 1 donut a day at Matsuri. Guys, when I used to go to Texas, I would legitimately eat 6 donuts a day. Every day for like a week-long trip, 6 donuts. I had 1 donut a day. It was the hardest thing I've done in a very long time. Bryce Johnson says, Nick, your mods touch me in butt and crotch and have hour-long lines. 14 years. Please take serious and cancel, please. This is no makeup. Nobody at mods, Ank, hour long butt, and please cancel. Thanks. Yeah, that's $10. Will do. Will do. The mods, well, I know the mods touch you in your crotch because, you know, they're mods. That's what they do. Tom King says, I'm happy to hear you're not willing to sugarcoat your need to lose weight because you just eat that too. Human Crouton says, recovering fatso here. Anyone who can't admit that they hate themselves for being fat only wants to spread their misery instead of using the stairs. Yes. Yes. Mario Carter 13 says, which Asians? The ones with the big cocks. Captain Z says, some spicy Indian-related videos coming out of South Africa now. Phoenix Lord Asterman says, I hate celebrating Monkey, but I have to respect those Templars. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. N. Martin says, did anyone bring you the food you requested before Matsuri? Yes. A couple people brought me Collins Street Bakery cookies, and I love them so much. So much. Oh, they're so good. Linda Marie says, Trump and Kermit rant to gay choir coming for your kids. I think the gay choir thing was shown to be a mistake. Let me rephrase that, but also suggest that we keep the original phrasing. The gay choir story was not accurate, but the gay choir may also simultaneously be a mistake on its own. But I don't know. It happened while I was at a weeb convention. Victor Phantasm says, Nick, as a furry, I hope the Space Marine lived. We'll find out. It's an ongoing story. Can you pour another shot out for him down your gullet just in case he didn't make it? God, I hate other furries. Glorious furry exterminatus. 200 watt studio. I don't know if I'll pour a full shot, but maybe a couple drips. I got to get over to Twitch still. I'm on like 4 hours of sleep for the past 5 days now. And I'm really tired, but Twitch has to happen. I love Twitch. Oh, well, I guess I'm finishing this bottle, apparently. Smooth Ambler is done. Sheila's in the chat. Sheila Aliens. Oh, I do have to address this. Let me address this. I'm not being mean or anything about this. Preston Poulter. We've been covering his lawsuit. We talked about the pegging. We talked about all this stuff. We've talked about Preston a little bit on the channel. He was at Anime Matsuri. I did not encounter Preston. I saw Preston, but I intentionally avoided his table because here's what I don't do. I do not go bother people in public. I don't want them to even be, feel that I'm doing something. I don't take pictures of them. I don't do anything like that. I want that to be very, very fucking upfront and clear. I saw Preston. He was doing his thing. He was giving out comics and selling comics at his stand. I hope he had all the success in the world. I avoided it entirely because I didn't want any sort of idea that I was trying to bother that guy. I don't mess with people's things. Conventions are not for that. And 100% of the time, I will repeat, conventions are not for messing with other people. You go to a convention to have fun. You don't mess with anybody else's. You should have hassled him. I don't do the Frank Hassel thing. Frank Hassel does that. That's his thing. I don't do it. Did Cecil say hello? No. We all stayed away from. Look, we have no None of us have any desire to mess with anyone's day at a con or anywhere else. People pay money to go to these things. Look, if you want to come to my panel, you get to experience my panel. If you don't like me, don't come to the panel, please. I don't want to mess with your day. I don't want to waste your time. If you don't like the subject, don't go to the panel. I don't go to most panels. There's no problem with this. But I certainly will not go out of my way to mess with someone who's either doing business or paid money to be somewhere. Ever. Shit. 200 Watt Studio says, this lion head makes me want to silence of the lambs with the furries. Imager Ant says, I'd like this guy to wear his furry lion costume in Africa in front of a real lion. Ooh, he might like it too. Amateur Ant says, is this furry legal eagle? Disgusting. 200 Watt Studio says, Lionhead is clearly the CEO of MGM, Nikki. Yes. Shit, where did we go? Victor Phantasm says, Nick, when all the last furries have been burned and I'm alone, I'll load the musket, put me down like old Yeller, and don't shed a tear. I don't cry in public. And you'll never know if I cry in private. Amateur Ant says, I don't know why Cecil was at the con. He hasn't produced anything but the same old stale jokes he always does. Yeah, but people still like him. You know what? Whatever you think of Cecil, and look, let me get this out there too. Cecil has had friction with a friend of mine, with Doug Tenaple, in the past. You know, that's its own thing. But at the same time, Cecil does not support the cancel bullshit that's going on with Doug's channel or anything like that. So acknowledging that, again, two of my friends have drama between them. It doesn't, that's between them. Cecil has always been good to me. Doug has always been good to me. And their drama is their own. Cecil is very, very fun to hang around. Very, very fun to hang around. 10 times out of 10, I would hang out with Cecil again. Great. Let's see. Christine, wait, read that one. Cypher Warrior says, you were wrong, Nick. ArmzGirl's arms are so long. She was actually at Anime Matsuri giving Yellow Flash a reach around during the panel. Nope. From California to Houston, Texas, only goes up to ArmzGirl's elbow. She cannot actually bend her arm and get there. So she was actually hanging out with her hands in Atlanta. Liar. Rover, welcome to Super Lawyer status. Sorry I didn't see that earlier. I would have shouted you out then. Thank you. Thank you for joining the channel. By the way, guys, I do have a quick locals update. I was just approved to beta test the live streaming on locals. So there will be I believe this week I'll be doing a locals exclusive live stream to test it. And I have another thing to test. YouTube has a feature I didn't know about where you can live stream and then at the end of the live stream have an automatic redirect to another show. So like you can live stream into a premiere, you can live stream into your own video, you can live stream into another live stream, for example. This week, I may test drive live streaming from one stream to the next in like 45-minute intervals or something like that on YouTube. I want to test this to try out something where I do live streams that maybe are broken up into more distinct sections and then are more consumable and move right into another thing, but then upload as their own independent sort of content. So I will announce that. It would probably be during the day. It would not be the normal nighttime live stream that I try it out, but these are things I might test in the near future. Because I would love, I don't like archiving every live stream, but there's a huge benefit to having good watch time percentages on videos. Here's some inside baseball at YouTube. YouTube counts a view on a live stream every like 53 minutes. Okay. So if you run a 3-hour live stream, you watch from start to finish, that actually counts as either 3 or 4 views for the creator. However, because they cap it off at 53 minutes, the watch time on a 3-hour live stream is only 53 minutes out of 3 hours. That watch time metric actually really hurts. And I think that's part of it. Now I'm going to talk to them and tell them this is stupid at the next chance I get. But if your live streams are all like 45 minutes and people are watching through that 45-minute live stream. So if you have 2 45-minute live streams where someone watches from start to finish of both, that is way, way better for channel analytics than 1 hour-and-a-half live stream where it only counts 50 minutes out of the hour and a half. It's a stupid fucking thing that YouTube does. They like the higher percentage of the video being watched helps its distribution. So long live streams that I do, and 3 hours isn't that long, they actually are very detrimental algorithmically. I'm learning so fucking much about this, and I know it's really boring for you. I know it's really boring for me to talk about this, but like the background information of YouTube is crazy. It's a crazy system that grows and evolves, and like learning it is really, really important if you do this as a business. And so, you know, one day I'll probably put all of my collective knowledge into some short form videos that maybe would help some people out. I don't know. But it's information that I'm learning about live streaming. And look, not to be too big headed about this and giant pee-peed about this, but I'm one of the biggest live streamers on the planet. It's a weird thing to be there. I never in my life thought I would be one of the top level people in a thing ever. But being in the top 100 on the planet in YouTube is pretty fucking crazy. And I've learned and know a whole lot about the system setup. So I'll probably at some day put together a video on it or a couple videos on it because it's really weird. It's weird to be here. I don't know how I got here. It's a strange place. So, but all that knowledge and like learning and fucking failures, building on stuff, it doesn't help if it stays with just me. And so I'll probably put together something about it. But as I learn stuff, I like to tell people about it because I know there are other creators out there trying to grow and trying to do things. And if I say something in a stream or on a video somewhere that helps somebody grow their channel, like I want that to happen. I want everybody to succeed on YouTube. Victor Phantasm says Disney, Hasbro, Warner Brothers, and Jem Henson make cartoons for kids. Kids become furries. And then now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. Very good. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Kermit Oppenheimer. Super Sport says, will you be using a VTuber as a thumbnail for this video? Literally no. VTubers need gas more than furries. Scarlet Lunacy says, Nick, why don't you become a VTuber? You are obviously the best girl. Then open up an OnlyFans profit. I'm not opening up an OnlyFans because OnlyFans is lying. OnlyFans is lying about cutting out the porn on OnlyFans. They're just trying to court investors. If OnlyFans cuts the porn on their site, they lose something like 70% of revenue. And then within 6 months, they lose the other 30. Because look, people only go watch the like chef guys OnlyFans because they're first looking at Maitland Ward's tits. and they get done cooming and then they get hungry and they're like, oh, I'm on this platform. I might as well see how this guy makes an empanada. That's how it goes. That's the reality. I don't like it. It's a disingenuous platform. I don't begrudge people for being on it. Look, if you're gonna get your anus reamed out, I mean, I guess be on OnlyFans, but it's not for me. I won't do it. Billy the Kid Lawrence says, just email my local con and ask them to invite Vic. I said invite me. Showed them pictures and videos of Matsuri's lines, hoping we can get Vic here. Indiana Comic Con would be great. Would be great. Really do. Really. Classical Positioning says, a while back you mentioned a book about writing. I forgot what it was, but you said everyone should read it and then throw it out. Do you remember its name? Story by Robert McKee. It's about screenwriting mostly, but the principles in Story are phenomenal. Then you should read Story by Robert McKee. Then throw it out. Then watch Adaptation with Nicolas Cage. Joel Reese says, only here for the stream ending song and your nose. Joshua Sanabria says, that Cecil guy, was he cosplaying as Cecil from Beanie and Cecil? Because if he was, it wasn't that great. No, he's cosplaying as himself. He's cosplaying as himself. Not applicable says, if it's the UK, it's Kaffir. Get it right. I don't know what that means. Some Samurai Knight says, Canada is what happens when you take the most cuck parts of the French. Wait, what? It's back. It's back. It's back. It's just a short hiccup. Canada is what happens when you take the most cuck parts of the French and British and mix them together. They only exist to be America's oversized hat. Not applicable says, yeah, I'm not attracted to Asians either. It's not, I find Asians very attractive. She has a little more soft body shape than I prefer. She's very pretty. It's just not my thing. Narfire says, not into Keho, as gay as Vic's pants, huh? Victor Phantasm says, Nick, furries have cons filled with your beloved Fudas and Yowies. Just snort one crush Benadryl per nostril so you don't get any allergies. Philip Booty says, as a fat tub of lard myself, I give you permission to fat shame anyone you like. Yeah, thank you. Wolfgang Deo says, as a former NSA agent, Nick cries a lot in private. It was really pathetic. You fucking liar. Don't you lie about me. Amateur Ant says, I'm waiting for Cecil's book to come out at Walmart like Mitch Breitweiser. Philip Booty, welcome to Paralegal Status. And ASO, welcome to Paralegal Status as well. And I think we're almost done. Pepsi Man says, Nick, explain to the folks at home who Norm Macdonald is. One of the greatest comedians to ever walk the earth. I don't know how else to say it. You should watch everything he does. It's all fucking funny. It is the driest, funniest shit on the planet. Joseph Kerwin says, I also did not go to Hentai Fest. Wink. Eldon Baneling says, oi, Nick, can we watch the Tomorrow War again? Nope. Watching Yvonne Strovsky never gets old. She's a top-tier waifu. Also, how could you not go to Hentai Fest? You missed out on all the no balls Fuda. Look, no. Bad Dragon Knight says, in other news, while you were gone, the N-word trended on Twitter. Hard R. And then Mario Kart 13 says, Yaoi is primarily made for women. That's why it's filled with effeminate waifs. Bara is made for gay men. That's why it looks like fisting of the North Star. Gross. I don't want anything. Icon says, please say the names Keiho Shibuya, Anri Okita, and Hitomi Tanaka out loud and give love. What movie are we watching tonight? I don't know. Persona Non Grata says, hey, Nick, I hope you had safe travels. I did. Peace and love to you and the family. Also, Joshua Sanabria, are you Puerto Rican? My last name is Sanabria too. Awesome. All right, guys. It's outro time. And then we're going over to twitch.tv/Rekieta Law. Follow me over there. Trying to get to 20,000 followers on Twitch. And then I will do a yoga stream just for you with ASMR where I lick your booty hole. Here we go. How do they treat me on the plane? I fly first class because it's a business expense, so they treated me great. Oh. And coming soon. I will be installing this beautiful Ryzen 5950X that I just got. So I will I'll see about recording or streaming it. I'm very, very excited to do that. We'll catch you guys later. Hope you have a fun time. Peace. Peace.
Oh, he drinks a fair bit, but you realize that it just helps get his noggin jogging along. With his glass by his side and his kids asleep tight, we'll hear some law-splaining tonight. With his microphone muted, we'll laugh at this boomer until he explains it's all part of the plan. Watch his face become redder as he becomes meta, raging at idiots from Twitterland. From the white shores of Maine to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the law better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law what we have now. Oh, his lady is fair, and she handles herself with the grace of one who has borne many children. As the wife of a lawman, she makes sure that he has the time and the place to provide for them there. So pour out an Ardbeg, a Balmore, a Lafroig. The spirits flow as the ones who get unemployed. So pour out a glass for the tea post on Twitter as we hear law-splaining tonight. From the white shores of Nairn to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the law better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law what we are now. Oh, the guests are all plentiful, from Doug T to Drexel. They bring their perspective and spice to the mix. But the reason we're here and the one that we cheer is the one who is showcasing us his career. Get unemployed. So pour out a glass for the tea post on Twitter as we hear law-splaining tonight. From the white shores of Nairn to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the law better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who